Let's go. I'll send the link and stuff. Why didn't you stream today, by the way? Just complications?
No, I don't like streaming YouTube stuff or streaming the learning process on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll send this.
Because YouTube viewers are kind of like they like watching, but they prefer watching play from zero. And when I'm learning the level, I'm not playing from zero.
That makes sense.
So
I'm
I have
like,
the Twitch stream exclusive for the learning, and then I have a YouTube stream once I actually know how to play the level.
Let me make sure this is
Like a preference thing.
Everything's fucked up. Hold on. Just gotta get chat. There we go. Windows 11 is a really cool feature where you can like snap all the windows. It's actually so useful. Dude, do you also hate Discord's new UI?
Dude, I've been on the Discord hater train for the past like 4 years. I absolutely hate the direction they're going, but there's no other alternative.
Exactly. We can talk
It's so annoying. That's why I'm in so few servers, because I'm on like the Discord detox where I'm like, I really don't want to keep using Discord, but I don't really have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. And then like we're not gonna go to TeamSpeak. Fuck that.
Yeah, there's a few like alternatives, but they're like Discord ripoffs. They're probably gonna end up being the same, or people just don't use it. So it's not like if you're trying to run a community, then it's like not worth it. Like if it's like a tight knit group, then yeah, fine, it works. You know, like if you have like a public server like I do, that's impossible.
I don't get why Discord doesn't add more Nitro features, like, because we talked about before the show, how I'm about to hit the friend limit. Why don't they just increase the friend limit for Nitro? Like, why don't they just do something like that? I don't understand.
Yeah, and the worst part is that they keep just taking away from the base Nitro and adding or increasing the things to the big Nitro, even though it makes absolutely zero difference. Like, what do I need to upload 500 megabyte file sizes to?
I actually use that.
What's the point?
I use that to send clips and stuff. Yeah, because I use Discord as like a file hub sometimes. I do it for YouTube as well. You know how like, over time you build up a lot of clips on your computer of like whatever you're doing, Shadowplay and OBS. Sometimes I do like I know a lot of people do this. After like 6 months or however long it is until I want to do it, what I'll do is I'll take all of the clips on my computer, I'll open Sony Vegas, and I'll put them all in a Vegas timeline, render it out into one video, and just make it unlisted on YouTube, and then just delete it off my computer.
Honestly, I gotta respect it.
YouTube, yeah, because it's like
I was gonna say I actually
unlimited DVR space.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do actually use the file size thing. It's just that I'm so hammered in that it's 100 megabyte max.
Yeah,
and I just like render out the clips that I need for 100 megabytes, and then just upload it whenever I want to share stuff. I just haven't gotten used to the 500 yet.
Remember when the limit was like 8 megabytes or some shit?
It was so ass.
That was awful. People always.
It's so crazy too, because like if you do like a shadow play clip, it's gonna be like a gigabyte file if you have like
dude, yeah, I don't know what it
recording size, and then you have to like render it out with like 1 megabit, and it's just to like hit the file size. It's stupid.
Do you have Windows 11?
Yes.
Dude, the trimming feature with movies and TV. Why the fuck are the clips so large now? They're like I don't know why they're that big. Because on Windows 10, when you would trim stuff, it would. I mean, I feel like I have an inkling of an idea. When you trim stuff, it was 30 FPS, and like, yeah, that makes the file size smaller. But now it's like it fucks up the contrast on the clips. If you've ever noticed that, if you've trimmed stuff, and
I don't use that feature. I just use Premiere.
Yeah, I mean you're smarter for that because it doesn't like fuck it up. I don't understand, man. Multi-billion-dollar company can't figure out trimming clips still.
I mean, they know how to make money. That's pretty much the extent of their knowledge.
Okay. We got a little sidetracked there.
That's fine. That's what podcasts are for, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the show. We can talk about. I'll talk about whatever. Dude, I actually had a lot of super cool things to ask. We did like.
I'm excited.
We did a decent amount of research. By the way,
I'm not even sure if we'll be able to go through it all because there's a lot.
By the way,
I mean, just whichever is more interesting, right?
How's life in Norway? Because like that's very foreign to me. I live in the West.
It's going pretty good, man. We have had very bipolar weather recently. It's been like going back and forth between a week of snow and a week of beautiful sunshine.
Dude,
it's been really nice.
It was 75 here yesterday. Which is like
my brain calculations say that's like okay temperature.
That's in Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I don't know what a kilometer is.
10, probably.
I don't know, some shit.
Probably 10. Yeah.
I'm a dirty American, man. Dude, life's
measure
pretty good.
It's been like
stones.
hovering anywhere from like -10 to like 5+ here, Celsius. So it's kind of been going up and down.
Have you ever been
The only
like,
bad part about it is the ice, because once the snow like melts, it's like slippery ice. Try not to die going to the store.
That's interesting. Have you ever been to like near the equator where it's like way warmer? Because like you hear about like Canadians going to like Florida and Mexico and like they don't bring sunscreen and then they just burn to death.
Yeah, I'm decently well traveled. I've been to Australia twice. I've been to
word.
well, it's not close to the equator, but like
Let's
Italy,
go.
Spain, Portugal, that kind of stuff, right?
Damn.
I have the
Awesome.
Europe buff where you can just kind of like travel to countries pretty easily.
Yeah.
Although I live fairly far north though, so it's like still
Yeah.
like a 3-4 hour plane ride for me to get anywhere. But you know,
that's such a foreign concept to me, like riding trains and taking.
Living in Europe
America's
seems
so big.
Living in Europe seems really cool because in America you do like a road trip and it's just to a different part of America. And then in Europe you do the same like distance road trip and you go through like 5 or 6 different countries.
yeah, it's really cool. I really like it personally. I live fairly far north. Like I'm essentially on the same like latitude as Nunavut in Canada. So I'm very far north.
Oh wow.
But like I live 45 minutes away from the Swedish border. So like it's like just a quick
Trust
car
is
ride. Like
waiting
it's very
for you
normal
there.
here for where I live for people to like either take a free bus, it's free for some reason, to like a store, like a supermarket that's like right across the border for people to shop cheaper. It's like
Oh yeah.
you will travel to Sweden like 15 times a year to go shopping for food.
Dude, the price of eggs where we live is fucked right now because of a bird flu outbreak. That's almost
Actually,
like
I
it's
had
like
to deliver
50
back
cents
my
an
eggs
egg.
today because, dude, I don't know how they managed to fuck this up, but they managed to like fuck up their chicken feed. So like their chicken started dying. So they were like, "What the hell is happening?" And apparently it was like a vitamin D thing. They had way too much vitamin D. So I don't know if you know how much vitamin D you're supposed to get every single day. It's like 20 micrograms.
I don't actually know.
Each egg
I
had
have a capsule. I'm gonna read
300.
it real quick.
Each egg had 300 micrograms. If you ate the full carton,
wow.
they just straight up sent out, if you're feeling symptoms, go to the doctor. You can die. So
I thought that you couldn't have like I thought that you could have like a little bit of abundance of vitamin D. I mean, I guess
you
like
can,
I guess
but when
too
it's
much
like
of everything's bad, but
when it's straight up like 10 times as much as the daily recommended amount in per
yeah, well,
egg,
that
and you're
much
eating like
is
2 or
enough
3 eggs.
Okay, yeah.
The 2 eggs I had for breakfast was quite literally like 17 times the daily recommended amount. So like
Whew.
it's a little
How you
bit
feeling?
too
How you
much.
holding up?
Surviving, preferably.
What the fuck? What does that much vitamin D even do to you? Like, how does it make?
I mean,
How
it
does it
killed the
even make you
chickens,
feel?
so I think it was like
Yeah.
weakened muscle strength and
Oh,
diarrhea.
really? I've heard that you
Yeah.
just pee. I've heard that you just pee it out, like for like not 10 times the daily amount, but I've heard like 2 times or whatever. You just you.
It's just stomach problems mostly.
I guess it
Stomach
makes
problems
sense.
and some other like small things, but it's like migraines and shit.
Dude, I understand the vision. I eat eggs every day. It's just
Yeah,
good
I'm
protein,
on the bacon and egg breakfast grind as well.
Oh yeah, man. I used to eat 5 of them at a time. I don't do that anymore.
Oh, holy shit.
So I don't understand, man. Like I would just bulk it up so hard. I would just eat in like 2 minutes to get it through.
Mm-hmm.
That couldn't have been good for me.
Probably not. I respect it though. It's one of those things that if you're like
yeah.
super active, super athletic, and do like a lot of exercise or just activity in general, it's probably fine, right? Surely.
Yeah, I mean, I try to go to the gym like 5 days a week. I've been doing that for like a year. So it's like, just getting protein in. I don't know how calorically dense eggs are.
Not very.
I actually don't know. For calories, I do like, I don't know, rice or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a nutritionist. We play GTA.
No, I'm the same though. I'm aware of what I eat, but I don't like try
Mhm.
and bother counting. It's
Dude,
just like,
are we so old
healthy,
now? We
and it's
fucking
fine.
read labels.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have done that shit in 2016. Are you
I take
kidding me?
multivitamins now. I feel like an old man.
I do that too.
Dude, go back
Shout
to
out
the
to
days where I can just drink
multivitamins.
like soda. in like what like 2.0, 1.9.
Oh yeah, I'm also old enough to the point where like I now understand how adults don't like super sweet candy. Like I cannot enjoy candy anymore. Or
No, I
like
have the
I mean I can
fattest
enjoy
fucking sweet
sweet
tooth.
stuff. But yeah, like I used to love sweet stuff and I still do, but like the overly sweet shit I used to eat as a kid is now too much for me. And
No,
that
I
was
feel
like
it. I
a
respect it.
yeah.
I am trying to do what my mom did. My mom, like 15 years ago, she went like a full-on bender where she had no sugar, and we're talking like inclusive like fructose and stuff, like the
Oh
sugar you find
wow.
in fruits, because she had like a massive sweet tooth, so she wouldn't want to like quell that craving. Now she can barely eat sweets at all. Like she'll have like 2 pieces of chocolate, like not even a bar. But I don't know if you guys have those like big plates of chocolate where you have like take like a dairy milk or whatever chocolate bar. She'll have like 2 of those squares, and she'll be like, "Yeah, that's too
yeah,
much."
just like chocolate squares.
So she just entirely killed her sweet tooth by just avoiding sugar for a year. Kind of
That's
leaning
awesome.
towards doing that myself because my sweet tooth is diabolical.
Dude, can you recommend some Norwegian candy?
Ah, fucking everything. Norway's really good at chocolate. If you want sweets, go Sweden. Sweden's sweets are fantastic. They have like bubs and
That's
all
why
that
they
stuff.
named
But
it Sweden.
Norwegian chocolate is elite. Norwegian chocolate is like top tier. Low key, part of the reason why I didn't move out for like a year for school was just I would have died not having Norwegian chocolate and Norwegian water.
Norwegian
Just
water.
straight up.
Is it like glacier
Yeah,
water?
dude, our tap water is insane.
That makes
Just straight up
sense.
insane. We have a
Wait, Voss is Norwegian? No way.
yeah, that's tap
Oh,
water.
dude, I used to drink Voss like a good amount.
Yeah, that's
I
just
like the
like
bottles.
slightly lower quality than our regular tap water.
Damn, so you've got like you've got all your shit. That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm
I
drinking
like
fucking like
actively
alkaline
avoid going
water.
abroad for more than like a week at a time because I'll just go home like super dehydrated.
Oh yeah.
Just
Do you
bring
know the
like a
test?
pack of water wherever you go.
I should, but it's like I usually don't travel with like I only do like onboard luggage for my plane.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So unless I like buy like 7 bottles of airport water, I'm gonna
Yeah, which is
just get nuked.
$57.
Yeah, no, it's so bad. Especially
Dude, do you know
Oslo
the
Airport is
test
like
for
the most expensive shit ever.
do you know the test for dehydration check? With like pulling your skin on your like forearm or whatever?
No, I was gonna say just your piss color, right?
I mean, yeah, that's another good gauge. But like doesn't it decrease the stretchiness of your skin the less hydrated you are? So like when you take your I would show you, but I don't have my camera on. If you like look at your hand, you take your thumb and your index finger and you pull on the skin, you pull it up a little bit, and if it like instantly goes back down, you're pretty hydrated. But if it like stays up longer, you're more dehydrated.
I've
That's a real
never
thing.
heard of this, but it sounds interesting. I have to look into this because that sounds like
I think
a
it's just because
good
like
gauge.
I couldn't give you like a logical explanation for why that's like that.
I mean, who needs logic if it works, right?
Exactly.
That'd be kind of lit though, because I've been struggling a lot with like electrolyte stuff where I just like don't
Mhm.
hydrate properly because I just have very low electrolytes.
You just
That would
have
be a
an
good way to
imbalance.
like gauge it. Yeah, because I'll drink like a fuckload of water, but I'm just like I never feel like it hydrates me properly, which sucks. So I'm a Gatorade and Powerade fiend. I drink so much of it.
Oh yeah, dude, my sister's deathly like she cannot drink like purple Gatorade. She hates that shit. I used to drink it a lot too. I don't not anymore though.
Specifically the purple one. Is that like a blackcurrant?
I think it's just grape. I think she just doesn't like artificial grape.
Maybe. We only have 3 flavors. We have the lemon lime one, we have the mango one, and they have the Blue Mountain Rush, the classic.
What's your favorite?
I like the
What do you
lemon and
recommend?
lime one. I'm a
I'm
big lemon
surprised
and
they don't
lime
have more
fan.
over there. It should probably just cost so much to import it. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, lemon lime.
Norway.
That's a classic. Yeah.
Not to bring in politics, but Norway's a beast when it comes to tariffs.
Yeah.
Anything that you can buy domestically in Norway, you will get taxed to hell and back if you want to import it. So like sports drinks, we have our own brands. If you want to buy Gatorade or something, it's probably going to be way more expensive because you're going to have to pay like 25% tax once you get it into the country.
I just read
It was
that
a
thing
pain
that
in my
happened, and it was
ass
like
whenever I buy a new keyboard.
$7. I
So
think. I just
that was
read
rough.
this. Fucking $7. Jesus.
Fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Dude, we're gonna die. Anyway,
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
I have
just kind of
such
how
an
it is, isn't
interesting
it?
question, man. I had to like reach out and get confirmation about it just because I didn't want to look stupid. But I'm getting there's probably a very simple explanation. But how the fuck did you know Vipern before GD? Because that's kind of crazy to me. I know you're both Norwegian, but that is kind of crazy to me. I just want to know the lore.
We just happen to play the same game. We used to play a game called Transformize. I don't know if you've heard it. It's like a mouse platform racing game.
Transformize?
Yeah, you pilot this like random rat, and it's a racing game. It's like player versus player. And we just happen to know each other from back then. I think we got to know each other in like 2011 or 12.
Damn.
Back when we were 11 and 10 respectively.
That's insane.
And I just happened to be talking to him, and we were both active at the time I got into GD. So back in 2014, when I was getting into GD, we'd known each other for like 2.5 years at that point. And I was talking about GD because I was like super wildly obsessed with it. And he had also been playing the game, but he hadn't been playing it like a ton. But me talking about it got him back into the game to just like try. And then we had our contact info outside. We used to talk on Kick.
Oh my god!
Later moved on to like WhatsApp, so we just happen to know each other from different games.
Kick. Oh my god!
Kind of crazy though, because it took us. I think we knew each other for 11 years before we met each other in real life. Because he moved up to my city for uni. No, we met. He lives right up the street, but he goes to uni in my city.
That's dope, dude.
But he used to live in like the Oslo area. That's where his family's from, and now he's where I am.
That's awesome.
Now we get to hang out.
I like the idea of like
the.
I like the idea that both of you played the game at the same time. So even if one of you like wasn't that interested, both of you probably would have. This would have probably happened either way.
Yeah, most likely.
Did, which is like really funny to think about. Imagine.
Yeah, so it was like we were destined to play the game, basically.
It's hard to imagine someone like Vipern being like, I don't know, I don't really care about this game. I'm busy. Like how different that shit would be.
Yeah, we bring it up occasionally because we still keep like very close contact, obviously, because we live right next to each other. But we mentioned it occasionally how it's like, I wonder how life would have just like panned out if I just never mentioned GD like randomly while we were just playing. Because I was like a massive fucking sweat of that game as well. We were playing like hard shit or relatively hard stuff.
I can't think of like a career path that he would have taken. I don't know him like that well.
Yeah, and I just randomly said I was building on my GD level, and he was like, "GD, you mean geometrydash?" I was like, "Yeah, have you played it?" And that just kind of like snowballed into him picking the game up again.
When was that, by the way? Like, which update did you both find out that
GD was like super popular in Norway around like between 1.3 to 1.6. Okay, I started in 1.4. He probably played 1.4 as well, but I didn't. Me making him starting to play again didn't happen until 1.6, I think. So the Club Step update. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay, so I was bragging about beating Club Step. That's what it was.
I respect it. You know, I did that too.
Hey, that was my one moment from middle school. Was back when I, in recess, re-beat Club Step on my phone. That was like my shining moment.
Did you do the thing where you like beat levels for the other kids? Or just like give me 5 bucks?
I did that a couple times, but I didn't want to do it with like the hard stuff because like I was like for a week the popular kid because I was the one kid who had a different ship in 1.4 because I did Clutterfunk. And that was like the only ship you could unlock that wasn't like the default one. So I was like the cool kid for like at most a week until people kind of moved on and I kept playing.
That is such a fucking funny thought, dude. Like, oh my god.
The worst part is that I wasn't even that young because I was 14 at the time.
I mean, that's still relatively young.
Oh yeah, but then you realize that that's what kind of like what pop off is currently. So it's like,
yeah, dude. Another thing, like, you know, you're in a way older generation than even me and Kugel, but like the generational gap through all the people we're talking about and all the people that are like here in the call is insane. Like Riot is, I can imagine, he's 25.
Yeah, Riot is like a year older than me. He's 99, right?
I think he's 99.
Yeah, because I'm January 2000, so I just turned 25.
Damn, are you January 1st, 2000? Because that would be insane.
No, 31st.
Oh, fuck. Imagine being born on like February 28th, like a leap year.
My ex-girlfriend was born on February 29th, actually.
What?
Yeah.
So was her birthday like once every like blue moon?
Yeah. She celebrated on the 1st of March every year, but
yeah,
her like actual birthday was
that makes
on the
sense.
29th.
I get, dude. I'm imagining like a funny scenario where like the two of the world's cheapest parents give birth to a baby on a leap year so that they don't have to give them gifts unless it's once every fucking leap year.
Oh my god, so funny. They should have like gaslit the kid as well, being like, "Yeah, everyone celebrates every 4 years." What do you mean?
That would have been so traumatic.
Imagine getting into like 2nd grade and then people will start celebrating everyone's birthday every year. You're like, wait, but they told me it's only every 4 years. What do you mean?
Yeah, they have the birthday board in like 2nd grade. They have to put like February 29th, and then no one knows what the fuck like is going on. So then the teacher has to like explain what a leap year is and why this kid is special.
Fuck, I regret not asking about that, like how it was explaining to children, just like, oh, when's your birthday? The 29th of February. I'm like, what do you mean February only has 28 days? I should have asked that, dude. Fuck.
Dude, imagine
that's like a fun thing to experience.
Imagine the other side of that coin where she gaslits them into being like, no, February actually does have 29 days.
Oh, that would be so funny. I bet
it
kids
probably says
as well.
February 29th on her driver's license.
It does, yeah.
That's amazing.
That's really funny.
Fuck all these questions. That's amazing.
Fuck, I regret not asking that question now. Damn.
Yeah,
I messed up.
I mean, I'm not gonna, it's not my business, but I guess if you ever get the chance, that is a question to ask.
If I ever cross paths with her on the street, I'll ask. Like pass each other randomly on the street, like, oh, by the way.
That'd be so fucking funny.
Haven't
talked to her in like a year. Oh, by the way.
I don't think I've talked to her in like 6. This is like 2018.
Would you even recognize her?
I mean, you don't change like physically that much between like 18 and 25, true. Right? Like your face doesn't change that much. Like you recognize me if you look at a picture of me from when I was like 16, right?
Yeah. I mean, who knows? She could be rocking like a mohawk or some shit. Who knows?
Wouldn't put it past her. Not gonna lie.
You've walked past her before?
I saw her on the bus like a year ago, I think.
I can't stop thinking about that. How the fuck? How is the world so big and so small at the same time? February 29th?
I don't know, man. Oh, for me it's much easier though, because I'm born on a leap year, so it's easier to meet people that are also that are born on the 29th. Because like sense. That makes the same age as me, right?
Wow. Can't say I've ever seen that before. Literally. God, what the fuck?
I mean, it's a pretty rare birthday.
Yeah, like no one. We gotta move on, dude. I'm so intrigued for like no reason. So actually, what's funny? When
yeah, go for it.
When we were doing research for this episode, one of my friends pointed out something that's super funny. Do you remember that? I know you beat a lot of extremes, and we're gonna get to that world record later as well. Speaking of like demons, but
it's not a world record anymore. It's been beaten twice.
Shit. But no.
It was the first of its kind, though. I was the first person to do it. It's just been replicated before afterwards.
Do you remember?
Anyway, go on.
This is funny. Do you remember that Death Grip's Insane Demon that you beat? Like I think it was like 2-3 years ago. Do you remember that? It's like a kind of like
I don't remember the name. It starts with Y, right?
Yeah, it was like you might whatever that name of the song is or whatever. We thought it was funny because I was researching it, and I know the person who made that level pretty well, and he realized that you misspelled his name and you pronounced it wrong, and we were just laughing about it. You said Augie, and it's Augie, and you misspelled it in the description, and this is the funniest opportunity to tell you that. I don't care if you fix it or not. It might be funnier if you don't, but
I don't even remember where the video is, so I don't even but it's funny though, because I know I'm bad at it, but I always like point out to EVW whenever he fucks up a name, like him always saying like Lugaya instead of Lugia, right?
Lugaya? Oh my god.
Yeah, I had no clue how he got to that pronunciation, but he calls him Lugaya. No
Honestly,
clue how
yeah.
that happened. But,
Augui is a cool mispronunciation though. Like that's actually cool. We were talking about that. We were like, that actually sounds kind of cool. It sounds like like water or something, like aqua, like augui. I don't know, like algae.
At least he wasn't offended by the fact that I butchered his name.
Dude, it was hilarious. Like, imagine butchering like my name. Like, how the fuck could you do that? I couldn't
Bluey.
think of that. Okay, fuck.
Okay, to be fair though, if you're a streamer, you just kind of like read out the full name, so you just be like, "Gum de blue," right?
Dude, something
like if
similar
you don't know
happened.
who GMD is.
Do you know the Vanoss crew?
Yeah.
Do you know Wildcat?
I don't know them by name. I just know their existence.
Yeah. Well, Tyler, that's his name. I remember donating to him like fucking 11 years ago. And he fucking mispronounced my name, and it wasn't even that difficult of a name to. And I get people read out donations all the time. My name was fuck. I don't want to say this. People are gonna go look it up. I'm just gonna say what he mispronounced. He said dubstep show, and I was like, dude. I just remember being like, he had one job. And
hey, saying names is hard, man.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I do it all the time. I stream a lot, and I always misread shit in chat, and then it becomes like a whole deal.
The bit.
Oh, this was.
I kind of pride myself on being good at it though, because I do get a fair amount of people who's like, "Oh my god, no one's ever said my name right," and I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, dude."
Oh yeah, like
I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it again though, because I don't remember what I said.
I wonder how the fuck you got your name, because it's like a fucking.
Whatever, I get asked a lot because I don't have a story. I was 9 years old.
Does the word Aeon even mean anything?
It's the either American or British spelling.
Oh, it's the 29th day of February. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that too. An Aeon is like an indefinite amount of time.
Oh yeah, kind of like an.
I just added a letter to it's like an old company, AON. They sponsor like Manchester United, and I was like, that's a cool word. I'll make that my username online. And then it was taken on the first place I wanted to do it on, so I just added another word that I thought of. Like,
is that Twitter account at AeonAir? Is that an old account that you got locked out of? Because the only tweet on it was like, have you ever seen it?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The only post is from like 2014. It's like, hey guys,
yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I remember this. The only reason I got locked out because I don't remember the email that it uses. But yes, that is an account that I got locked out of. That is true.
Damn, that sucks.
Because I did get the username somehow on Twitter, probably because it was 2014.
I think it was like fake AeonAir before that or something.
Yeah, fake _Aeon_Air.
Do you mind me asking actually why you deleted that? Is it just like a whole social
I just
media
don't like
thing?
Twitter.
Okay.
It's not a whole social media detox thing. I just live under the philosophy of stay away from negativity unless it's like directly. Well, I just try and stay away from like negative vibes in general, and Twitter is kind of like that, but like as a social platform. Yeah. And it has nothing to do with like the platform itself. It has to do with the approach people have to discussion. I just don't like it.
I agree with it as well.
You know, it's funny.
So because I didn't have any reason to use it. So I didn't have any reason to use Twitter. I only used it to like post completions. So I thought, why not just delete it? So I deleted it.
I mean, I can respect that.
I mean, I don't really use it, but I have a Twitter account that I like just use whenever I need to use a Twitter account.
It was a fumble to just not delete the app and just deactivate the account because someone took the name, and because it's linked in so many of my old videos. There's some guy. Yeah, and they've been like posting some whack shit, dude.
God.
Like, probably trying actively to make me get me canceled. I think they got bored of it though.
I don't see anything insane. What is this?
No, it's just like replying to people with like slurs occasionally.
Oh, damn, really?
I don't know if it's still there, but it was at the beginning at least, because people were like, Aeon, why are you posting this? I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no idea who this is. This is not me, bro. So like,
do you remember the person? Oh, well, you don't use Twitter. I guess you wouldn't know. There was somebody that was pretending to be Jax, the guy who made the nightmare. And from what I remember, I'm pretty sure the actual Jax eventually found out and was like so weirded out by it that the person stopped.
I mean, that's good though, right?
Yeah, maybe that's how we can get Sari to come back. Just impersonate him. Oh wait, people have already done that for years.
That's true.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, Sari has to come back to clear, right?
Exactly.
True.
He has to come back to clear and to clear his name.
Yeah.
Then I have to rename Sari Never Clear.
That motherfucker's never coming back.
Rename Sari Never Clear to Sari Did Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
have pause already, like on the line.
Yeah. I feel like he just completely forgot that GD even exists.
I mean, probably.
Aeon, do you have a
There's
theory
a lot of
for where Sari went?
He got caught, dude, by GW. And then he just dipped.
He's
despawned.
He's
he
been
got caught and was like,
like,
ah, fuck,
15 years.
Bye.
15 years. He gets out soon-ish. 15 years ago,
yeah.
was like, yeah, he gets out pretty soon. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that community or that GD post where it's like, I'm not good at editor or something.
That was so awesome. To be fair though, if I'm gonna give like a realistic answer, it's probably just like similar to every other person who played the game for a while and just dipped. Like obviously, he played it kind of hardcore, so it would be like hard to like fully forget. But whenever I get asked like in real life what I do for work and so on, I have to explain what the fuck a geometry dash is. There's always that one guy who's like, "Oh yeah, I remember playing that game for a little bit." You don't know what happens in like 11 years, right? You might as well have just kind of like forgotten about the game as a whole. Just kind of like moved on and done different things.
I have to do like
11 years is a long time.
Yeah, it's at least it's better now because remember like, sorry, my throat is fucked up. Remember like,
don't worry about it.
Remember several years ago when this was like much more niche, not mainstream, and people like just didn't fucking understand what this was.
Oh
like,
yes.
You do YouTube, what?
Yeah.
But now it's like everyone wants to do it. Everyone knows what it is.
No, I'm like the number one I work on spite person of all time. I became like very good with grammar and stuff because one of my teachers was like, you misspelled the title of your spelling test, dude. The fuck?" During a parent teacher conference, and I just was like, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing this for, idiot? So I just kind of like out of a spite decided to get like a really good English and Norwegian grade. But the same also applied with YouTube, where I was uploading a video back in like 2017, and someone was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they were asking me about like stuff like, "Oh, how much money do you make on it?" and so on, to like gauge whether or not it was like worth my effort and time to be doing it. And they just kind of laughed at it, so I was like, "Fuck you!" And then I decided to just kind of like go hard on it and
be like, I'm gonna remember your name when I hit 100K. Oh wait, I already did. There's a fucking there's a YouTube short like that with like one of the biggest streamers now, or one of the biggest Twitch streamers now. He was streaming, not one of the biggest, but it was just like a fairly large channel. He was streaming Minecraft, and this dude showed up to his chat, and he was like just saying some shit, and the streamer looked at the chat and he was like, "What's your name, Liam?" All right, I'm gonna remember that. And then he made like a video where he made up this hypothetical scenario where like something goes so wrong for this guy, and he named the guy in it Liam because of that kid in his chat.
That's really funny.
That is some next level shit.
Spite's fun. I like Spite. I'm usually a pretty positive guy, but Spite, that shit's hilarious, dude.
You know what I love? Recency bias. That is the best thing ever.
True.
And gaslighting is not real. Remember that.
I'll remember it. Don't worry about it.
Do you ever do like bits on your stream where you like gaslight people and like fuck around? Because I feel like there's a lot of potential for that. Of just we
do occasionally
a little bit, yeah.
So I started playing. I tried learning Scrub Up Bingo Force by Kunakun yesterday, and I just didn't like it. Not because I know what I like, right? And if I don't like learning a level, I'm not going to enjoy it. We started gaslighting people on my stream today, saying that I just beat it in a day, moved on. I learned like 20% of the level, but I beat it in a day, so it's fine.
Yeah,
and do stuff like that occasionally.
That's a good point.
Also, the lie play bit with Zeronium is like a running gag between me and him. We've had like this running gag for like, that's not a gag. What am I saying? It's 100% real. But EVW is as hard as a sink. And people fall for it all the time. It's really funny. because there was the thing when Zerodian beat Sync, he made a joke whereas like every GD YouTuber ever beats Sync because me, Nepesta, Tech, everyone did it, right? EVW had to do it, of course, as well because he's the GD YouTuber guy. So EVW started to Sync canonically.
I'm gonna have to take him up on that. That's a good point. He should verify an update to it because he's beat it so many times.
Yeah. Oh no, he's beaten it like 4 or 5, I think. He just beats it for fun. It's like a warm up. I mean, he does the same thing as Doggy does with Slaughterhouse, where he just kind of like plays it as a warm up and he beats it occasionally, right?
I can't tell if
he's probably beaten it a few times. No, I'm 100% dead ass because the thing that happened with Sync was that he did the same thing with Lost Love, where the video flopped initially, so he deleted it after like an hour, and then he just uploaded it in like a random different video, like a demon grinding video, where he did like 5 easy demons or like a demon of each difficulty and just like slapped it on at the back. Because the video on its own didn't do well because who the fuck knows what a sync is, right?
Yeah.
The same thing with Lost Love. So he has like 2 random extreme demon completions tucked away in like different demon grinding videos.
What if like that's a funny point someone just said. Why is it called sync if it doesn't sync?
I mean, it kind of does.
No, I mean like imagine if like the whole gimmick was sync and it's called sync. This is stupid.
That's a point.
That's a good.
I don't know if it's a good one, but it's a point.
Speaking of hardest demons, so I know you took a break from the level, but how's Deimos been? I know it's been a big journey so far.
Sorry, I haven't played it since November 31st now, but I'm going to be picking it up in 20 days, roughly. I'm going to Belgium on the 20th, and once I get home from Belgium, I'm picking Deimos back up. It's been good. I like the level. It's just that I've never had a mind block that bad, so a break was kind of like needed.
Dude, I feel
like every time I bring up the stats, it's kind of like every time I bring up the stats, people are like, "What the fuck?" When I took my break, I had 250 attempts to 41, which is Smokes' part, and the break starts at 56. Out of those 250, you want to guess how many times I got to 56%? Like a 15% gap there.
8.
5.
Okay, close enough.
And 2 of them on my end. 2 of them died at 57. So
that's a great level.
I got to 60% 3 times, I think.
That level's hard, but it's good, man.
I fucking love it. I think it's a great level. It's just one of those I wish the experience wasn't as turbo shit as it has been, but I really like it.
Dude, it must be so dehumanizing because like do you remember when Doggy was trying to beat Acheron and you could just tell, like, have you seen any of those clips where he just fucking loses it and just starts?
No, there's probably a few of those out of there for me as well.
Like, it's sometimes so hard to watch. Like, I remember there was one. I got turned into a GIF. I think it's like a popular GIF where he like throws his headphones like forwards.
Yeah, and just smashes his keyboard. Yeah,
and,
I've seen it.
Oh god, it's so hard to watch. Like someone having a mental breakdown on like in front of you on stream.
It is, and especially when you like when you can like relate to it in like the sense that you've spent so much emotional energy on a level. It's so relatable and it just makes it even harder to watch.
That must.
I know I've been in that exact same position myself. It's just like I feel you, bro. I really do. But, that's part of the game, right? That's the reason why GD is the only game I try to actually play well. Every other game, like turbo, casual.
Yeah. Does it tie back to that spite thing where it's like you have to beat this? And because the level
I'm just stubborn. I'm just really stubborn. To a fault, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I'm the kind of person who's like, I don't like dropping stuff. Plus, when you have like people watching you, when you drop a level, people are just going to remind you for an eternity. Another running gag on my stream is the fact that I haven't beaten OPS in 1 yet because I played it for a couple hours, dropped it, and then didn't play for a few years. Beaten it now. Chat doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that I've beaten it, but
Wait, you beat it?
I did beat it eventually, yeah. It was a year and a half ago.
When's the reboot?
Maybe? I don't know, man. When I get good, shit's hard. That wave at 17%, bro. I don't know what Vars was cooking, but not a good meal. That's for sure. Some dubious stew right there.
That shit's not medium rare. That shit is well done.
It's fucking charcoal.
That shit is burnt. That shit looks like wood.
Yeah.
Have there? Because I know you beat Tartarus too. That was a really big deal. I remember that. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Has Deimos so far? Because I know like you gradually get better at the game, but the levels also get harder. Has Deimos been the most dehumanizing thing so far?
Not really.
Like, was
because
Tartarus
with
or other
Tartarus,
levels
I think the thing
way
that with
harder?
Tartarus that like really got to me was the fact that I knew that it was similarly difficult to Hard Machine on 2.1.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel like it was that big of a jump in difficulty. Like it never felt like it was way harder than Hard Machine was for me. So that made it way more dehumanizing because with Deimos, at least I know that it's so much fucking harder than the hardest thing I've done that it doesn't really matter. Because like getting 56% on Deimos is basically beating a new hardest for me. It's harder than doing Xerix. It was like
crazy.
I don't feel as destroyed. I don't feel as like defeated when Deimos doesn't go as good because it's like the level's so fucking hard. But with Tartarus, I didn't feel like I was challenging myself up to that bar because I had Hard Machine completed. I had Neutra levels that I think are like fairly similar in difficulty and like mental challenge as Tartarus was. So Tartarus just ended up being way harder just because of the fact that I thought I was good enough to beat it. But with Deimos, I was just kind of like, it's so much harder than anything I've done. It doesn't really matter if I get fucked by it because like I'm pushing my limit here. Yeah, because with Deimos, I'm pushing my limit, but with Tartarus, I didn't feel like I was pushing a limit. Right? I think that's like
that makes sense.
The what the fuck is the word? It's like the notion of when I'm pushing the limit, it doesn't matter. That's the same idea I have with when I go out of my skill set and out of my comfort zone. Like with Cobwebs, for instance, I didn't ever really get frustrated with it because it's like no one in a billion years would have thought I was going to play this, so it doesn't matter if I get fucked by it because, well, I'm not good at this shit anyway.
Is it the thought process of like, it doesn't matter if you get fucked by it because it's so difficult. You're already you're venturing into like the unknown in your skill, like in a way. So it's like this is already an accomplishment, even if I get like 1% further in Deimos.
And I also believe in or I subscribe to the idea that humbling yourself makes your mindset significantly better with the game. And I didn't humble myself with Tartarus because I was like, okay, this is going to be like a second hardest. It's fine. I'll just kind of like play Tartarus because it fits my skill set. It's something that I'm good at. It doesn't push my bar further. So I'll have like a fun, jolly time with it. And then I ended up getting giga fucked. Tore a third hole. But with Deimos, it's not similar because I'm like, I have the expectations so low because I know what I'm getting myself into. With Tartarus, I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
There was a take about that mindset, about like the opposite mindset, that out of all people to say this, I hate to bring his name up, but Krazen had a very interesting thought process. And you know what it was? He had his take on mentality with GD is that he was like, you have to be a dick to like play the game. Like you just have to be like that. And no. I get what I weirdly understand what he's saying though, but like no.
I get it though, because like I also
I bet it's
agree to a point where so if we take the idea of being a dick as like having a massive ego, I kind of agree with it because you need the ego to like control nerves,
right?
As well as just feel confident in your ability to actually do the thing that you're supposed to be doing. So I get it. But I also think you just kind of like have to be realistic about it as well, right?
Yeah.
I also think you can be confident and maybe even ego without being like a douchebag about it.
Absolutely. There's a difference between having a massive ego and just being aware.
Yeah.
Because I get called out for ego occasionally, but it's like that's because I say that I'm a good player, and that's not ego. That's just me being aware of the fact that I'm good at the game. Right.
There's also different types of ego. Do you remember this is a throwback. Remember Hotball?
Yeah. Oh my god, I fucking quote his Erebus description all the time.
People have like a negative light of that person from his existence in the past. Like the people who remember him was like, oh, he was so egotistical, which is true. But you know what people forget? That motherfucker
he was also really fucking good.
Not only was he like honestly a little justified, but he had an ego only for how good he was at the game, and I appreciate that a lot more than having an ego for people, because he would talk to anybody. I prefer that way more, right?
I agree.
Like
100% agree.
Am I the only one? Like who fucking cares that
he doesn't think that he's better than you as a person just because he's good at the game.
Yeah, like who gives a shit that he's like, I beat Arab at the level so easy. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Who cares?
Also, yeah, I agree with that.
In hindsight, that Erebus description, really fucking funny.
I forget it. I forget the exact words. Are you able to quote it?
I don't know. I'm always paraphrasing because I don't know exactly it. But it's like
something like.
Why is his level on the demon list? It's so short, so it's super easy.
Oh yeah, and he said like it shouldn't be extreme or shouldn't be on the list IMO because it's short XD.
Yeah, and it was like top 5 at the time as well, which is so funny.
Dude, he beat Bloodlust as the fucking weekly demon. I remember that.
Dude, it's so funny because I talk a lot to a few star grinders. Like I'm very good friends with like Smithy, Spaghetti, Gormuk, and all those people, right? And they are so annoyed by the fact that Hotball beat Bloodlust as the weekly because they don't acknowledge the fact that Bloodlust was ever the weekly because no one actually beat it. No star grinder ever beat that. But star grinders have beaten the other ones, right?
Wasn't Tartarus at one time though?
It was, but people have beaten Tartarus as the weekly that are like legitimate active players. No one did Bloodlust except for Hotball, and they fucking loathe the fact that he did because they can't just rewrite history and just remove Bloodlust from the count. Because those 10 stars exist on Hotball's account. That is so funny.
That is actually really fucking funny. That dude, it was hard as hell back then.
It was top.
That was when it was daunting.
Yeah, that was back when Bloodlust was like insane to beat. Now there's like 900 victors on the list for it.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I will take pride though. I was I think 128th Bloodbath victor. So take that.
I was the 69th.
That's
cool. A fun fact.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was also the 69th victor of Promethean. I was technically 70th. I was technically 70th, and then we found out Space UK hacked. So I was promoted to 69th.
That's double cool.
Like that's slidgy. Get fucked.
Dude, I don't know why, but I kind of want your thoughts on this as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have been thinking about getting him on, and you can see the obvious controversial situation that would create, but I feel like it would be very interesting. Like, obviously, he does not need it. He does not need the attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has done irreparable damage to the game, but god damn it, it would be so interesting.
I mean, I have actually
what your take on that is as like an outsider of like what we do a little bit. Like,
I find it fascinating because like a part of me is like, yeah, give him the ability to speak and talk in like a critical way from your perspective and from his perspective. But at the same time, you don't really want to platform him either, right?
Yeah.
Like as you said, there was irreparable damage, and it's just kind of like undeniable at this point. But at the same time,
I don't think he's coming back to the game. Like
he's been playing a little bit from what I've heard, but that's just people in my chat being like, "Hey, Aeon, what do you think about Space UK?"
He uploaded a video the other day.
Also, Blue, I don't know if I told you, but I did actually ask him if he wanted to go on the Famous Cincy podcast, and he said no. So there's probably a good chance that he would not.
He's just kind of I don't want to like leak insider things or anything, but right now, from what I understand, he's just like kind of indifferent. Like he might not, you know, it's just like depends on like the timing, stuff like that. That's how like a decent chunk of controversial people feel about coming on. Like,
yeah, that's fair. I'm kind of like under the impression that people should be, or he should be allowed to speak what went through his mind, and we should take it obviously with a grain of salt, but at the same time, it's like
from a sense of
you can hear the story from his side as well, and still remain with the idea that he doesn't deserve to have the platform, and doesn't deserve to have the attention, right? But it would be fascinating to hear it from like someone who is like very involved with the GD community. Obviously, you want to hear what he has to say, because it's like at this point in time, he just kind of like admitted to it, and we all have like kind of like created our own image of what he did and what he thought he did, right? So it would be an interesting case study almost. But at the same time, it's like platforming him probably not the best idea, but like,
yeah, I mean,
I just personally like hearing every side of everything.
Interesting. It's just interesting to hear it, like that kind of psychology of like the building up of like the guilt that he doesn't know how to deal with, because like I've heard that like that's why he tried quitting multiple times, because it's like the guilt is just, but then again he's cheating, so it's like we don't need to pity this person, but like nobody knew,
and it's hard to also it's also hard to take it at face value, because like if you did feel so bad about it, why didn't you just stop or come clean? It would be much easier to come clean about it midway through rather than
we would just
pushing
let
it
him
further.
talk.
Yeah.
Just fucking let him talk. Like, don't even, just let him collect his thoughts. And like, whatever he says, like, you know, got to take that from a stance of objectivity. At least I would. And then everyone listening can form whatever they want to think about it. It's just such an
because at the end of the day, people are going to have their own thoughts and opinions.
Were
Someone
you surprised? Because I was a little bit. I made a
I
fucking
was,
video
but that's mostly because of the fact that I've admitted to this before, but I've taken a lot of his like practicing philosophy to how he approached learning levels for myself, because I find it to be the most effective way for me to learn levels. Like, he obviously knew what the fuck he was doing. He just took the shortcut, which is very disappointing.
It's still crazy that he had such
I couldn't see it from a mile away, dude.
It's insane.
I think the thing that caught me off guard was because of how knowledgeable he was.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that when I made my video on it as well, but I was just so caught off guard because he was genuinely knowledgeable about the game, which, to be fair, in hindsight, that just kind of like makes sense. If you are going to be a good cheater, you are going to know a fuckload about the game. But like at the time, that was just kind of like, whoa, what the fuck? How did that happen? Right?
I don't even remember where I was. I think I was at dinner or something. Isn't that funny? Like, significant events in our little niche community, as big as it is, still strong niche. As like we all have, like, we all know where we were when like this happened or this happened.
Yeah.
At least
the only thing I have like a vivid memory of was when Novel Boy sent me a DM telling me about how he got DMCA'd by Bandai Namco for God Eater. I don't remember any of the updates because Rob's a fucking degen and uploads the updates to the App Store at 3 a.m. So I've always been asleep.
I remember where I was when 2.2 came out. Do you? I'm sure you do, unless you were sleeping.
I was sleeping. It was 4 a.m.
Damn it. Do you remember the following morning where you woke up and you're like, what?
I checked my phone. I was like, what the hell? And then I rushed out to go to my then studio to record shit. Because that was back when I had...
nothing else matters.
Yeah.
I was just rushing to get stuff done. Before? It was like, it's not worst case scenario, but it's just like bad timing. I was having dinner on a cruise ship. And I looked at my phone and like fucking 50 DMs. Everyone's like 2.2 is out. And no, because, you know, I live on the internet, right? I got the internet package on the cruise. And I was looking at Twitter and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I am literally in the middle of the ocean. Me and EW actually had to plan around it. Yeah. Because we knew that 2.2 was really close by. So both me and EW we were talking about it. Like, it sucks so much having to, like, for Rob to postpone it this much because we had to plan around Christmas. To be like, hey, there is a possibility that we just have to rush out to do our job because the update we've been waiting for 7 years for is right around the corner. If I have to dip from family dinner, I'm sorry. Kind of have to, smart.
Though.
I did the same
Yeah, but
thing.
it was kind of shitty, though, because it made for, like,
unreasonable
stress. It was very stressful.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I just remember having the worst FOMO of my entire life at that dinner table because I felt like my whole friend group was in a call somewhere just creaming over the update, and I'm stuck at a formal dinner that I am grateful for, but I'm at, like, you know, your mind changes when shit like this happens. I'm sitting at a formal dinner and I can't get up, and like I'm in a fucking tuxedo, and I'm just like clicking my feet together, just like.
Okay, but imagine how I felt, Blue. I mean, I've told you when 2.2 came out. Okay, I was on a plane ride to Dubai, and it was an indirect flight. So when I was at my layover, you know, I connected to my phone, and then I just see like 500 fucking tags and people telling me 2.2 is out, and I'm seeing screenshots of it, and then I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? And then I have to go to my second flight, so now I'm in like another plane ride, and I just have the knowledge that 2.2 is out, but like I can't really do anything about it. Yeah. So I'm just like sitting there.
That whole flight, you're just like, fuck,
so rough.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I would hate that so much. I'm so glad. One thing that I'm happy about Rob just being a super degen is that I usually just wake up to updates. I don't have to like worry about being out and about. I just kind of like wake up and like, oh fuck, and then run to my PC.
No shower, no breakfast. We don't need that.
Nah, who needs that? I'm running off pure adrenaline.
Exactly. You understand. You understand the vision.
Dude, I'm a sweat gamer at heart.
Dude,
gotta lock in,
laughing
dude.
so hard about this. Do you have any idea like what the hell the context is to that picture of you in the water slide?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I actually do.
Wait, let me put it on the screen. Oops. Okay. I'll put it on the screen for people who aren't aware of what's happening. This is like... by the way, you know the iFunny account posted this on Twitter?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
What the fuck is the context?
It's not that funny of a story, but when I verified Core by Viprin, Mark Napkin, the guy who made my thumbnail for it, posted the PNG of my face.
Yeah.
And I shared it to my friend group, and they thought it was funny. And then Kips, within like a minute, posted that image. And then the GIF of it, where I'm like sliding down it, Nazgub edited that. So Kips and Nazgub just like went turbo funny in like 3 minutes making the image.
I wonder how it got like... I wonder how it spreaded that fast.
Genuinely no fucking clue.
It must have been like people sending it in servers of servers.
Yeah, probably. Because Mark Napkin posted it on his Twitter, and then when I shared it with my friends, they just edited this water slide because they thought, hey, that looks like you're sliding down a water slide. And that's the birth of the image.
This is totally not an opportunity to have more edits be made of that.
There's a reason why Mark used to post the PNGs. I don't know if Tenno does, because Tenno does my thumbnails now whenever I do like fancy thumbnails.
Mark is
probably could. He posts the actual thumbnail itself. I don't think he posts the PNG though.
Let me see.
But Mark used to post the PNGs alongside the thumbnail itself.
I'm not gonna find him like this. Hold on. Well, let's see. My Twitter looks so weird. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry, I've seen worse.
Yeah, I know Tenno loves Joji. Yeah, he just posts the thumbnails.
Yeah, I can tell him to post the PNG as well because he's.
You should like
perfectly fine.
You should host a contest, like a meme contest or something with the PNGs.
That would be really funny.
What the
actually,
funniest thing someone could make is.
That could be funny
for like a prize or something.
I mean, people meme the shit out of them anyway. There's a recently rated Extreme Demon that has a recreation of one of my thumbnails in it.
What the? Which one?
It's a French name, chocolate something.
All right,
something
chocolate Extreme Demon. That's how we're gonna find it. That did not work.
Hold up, I'll pull up GD browser and find it.
Is it this?
Yeah, that one. There's an image of me pointing. There's an image of me pointing at like 40%.
All right, let's see.
It's really funny. It's a dope level too. I think it looks sick. I kind of want to beat it.
You should.
Although I feel like I kind of also have to because there's a random image of me in it. But you know.
We're actually going to talk about an extreme that you were involved in pretty soon. That I'm curious about.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
I feel like it's like a little niche thing. This is cool. I like the colors. This is dope.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like it.
It reminds me of Norwegian candy. Oh, wait.
I can see it. I see it. The sad thing is that to me in my brain, this level is only just like that one level with me in it. Which sucks because it's a sick level. I really like it.
I can't tell if this is Nexus or not.
It is.
It's uploaded by a guy named NarfGD.
Oh, there.
Oh, is it that?
That was the image. Yeah.
I like how they made like the clothing your icon color.
Yeah, it's really funny. I like it. It's very very random, but you know.
That might be the only Wojak of you that exists.
Well, AeonAir Space
Don't
Battle
give your chat ideas. They would make Wojaks out of you. And then you'd have to like just have a meltdown on stream and be like, "What the fuck?" I know my chat does that.
That would be really funny.
I got that wiped off the face of the earth. It's the worst Wojak of all time.
I think I'm too old to really care. If people were to make Wojaks with me, I would be like, "That's stupid." But like,
I imagine
people have made so much dumb shit of me anyway. It doesn't really matter anymore.
I'm guessing you're like really comfortable in your own skin. You wouldn't care.
Yeah, I like to think so. Obviously, the things do get under my skin. That's just kind of like how it is to be human, right? But like, if it's all in good faith, then I don't really care.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure like normal people shit bothers you. Like someone
Yeah,
being
obviously.
rude,
I'm not
someone,
like
whatever.
I'm not a freak of nature or anything. Obviously, there's things that bother me and everything, but like that's just kind of like the part of the human experience, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I want to talk about?
Go for it.
What was the level name? Hold on, I gotta find it. We put so much we put so many bullet points. Here we go. So I think this was a couple years ago, but you were making a solo extreme demon called Boreas.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck happened to that?
Short answer: I just don't like building. I think the editor is really boring, and I play a lot of different games. I'm a big like RPG player.
Yeah.
So I play a lot of like long games, and if I don't have fun playing the editor, I'm not going to play the editor. That's why I just do Extreme Demons now, because that's what I have the most fun playing. Short, boring answer: I just thought it was boring. I really wanted to, because I have built in the past, and I have a lot of creator points. So I was like, I want to try and do this, and obviously I wanted to make content out of it. But like after I recorded a third session like 4 times, and I just did not like how it turned out. So I just decided to scrap it because I just wasn't having fun, and I thought it also like showed through the recording that I just didn't enjoy building.
Have you ever thought about doing like level swaps? Like that's probably like less work, like less of a load.
Even maybe, but I'm also really fucking bad at it.
Well, that's part of the fun, you know.
That's true. That's a good point.
You could do like,
but no, I don't know. I'm just so comfortable with Extreme Demons. I just think they're really fun.
Imagine a challenge swap with like a really good challenge player, or like Doggy or something. Like you make a challenge for him or whatever. Like I don't know, just content, you know.
Maybe
that's a cool one. Sometimes I give Finn ideas for content for like showcase stuff. I think I gave him the idea for the hardest demon of every year. I think I did that one. I don't know, man, dude. Honestly, on some real shit, you know what's awesome? Watching your friends succeed.
That's a good point. I do like that a lot.
That is awesome.
I've been Tride's #1 hype man since he had like 3K subs. I'm super happy to see his success. It's been super fun.
Is there anybody like who's the biggest GD person now that you knew when they were super small? Unless it's him. Because you've been around a lot of people for a long time. I bet like there's.
I mean, if we go by like popularity and general stature in the community, I guess we could just say Vibrant, right?
Yeah, he has like 300K now or something.
360, I think.
That seems weird. Because I remember when he had like 100.
Sputniks as well. I've known for God knows how long.
Sputniks too, yeah.
I knew Riot before he got popular. Riot's first video to pop off was actually a completion of my level Electrodynamics V2. It was his first video to get 1,000 views. Fun fact.
Oh, that's amazing.
There's a few people, like Woolsey, a lot of the like not old GD content creators, but like people who got popular in like just the 2020 era.
Yeah.
Nepesta I've known for ages. I was the one who suggested Nepesta as the verifier of WoW by Trusta.
That's awesome. Who was verifying?
So there's a lot of people. I just kind of like back when I was like really active. Now it's not so much anymore because I just kind of like do my own thing and vibe. But back when I was like super active, doing like everything I could to like be a part of the community, I knew like everyone for a very long time, and I would like always be on top of it. Woolsey always like commended me for being just able to like point out people who were going to start gaining subs, because I was just looking at everyone. I was looking for content creators like actively. And that's how I found Tried at like 2K, because it was like, this guy's good, right?
There's a plane going over my house. That fucking scared me. Dude, you're right though. Like, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say because I hear a plane right outside my window. Fuck. Oh yeah, no, I remember now. I feel like another thing is like also there's that generational gap we were talking about as well. Like,
yeah,
we're probably not as keen to like being around a lot of like new generation players that are like upcoming. You know, it's just like less common. I think. For me, I guess it's different. It's like for, you know, podcast people, because we're always reaching out. We always have to keep up. I know Riot does that. Riot said he lurks like the community big time. Like, because I thought he was kind of dead, but he was like, no, I know I know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I used to be like that, but at the same time, I've done it for so long now and been like such a, I want to say integral part of it, but I've just kind of like in my own space, obviously, I'm very present and like.
You know, it's hard to keep up with extremes now. Like that's.
Yeah.
What do we do about that? There's 1,100 of them.
For sure, like, but for me, it's like I've already exhausted all the energy I had to like be fully on top of everything.
Yeah.
So now I just kind of like pay attention to the things that are like super interest me instead of being like super on top of everything that's happening. Like I don't pay attention to levels that are coming out and everything. It's just kind of like if it gets rated and I see it and I think it's cool, hell yeah.
I know you were
the only thing that keeps me like updated is people asking me, "Hey, what do you think of this thing?" And then so like I'll go look at it afterwards, right?
When's the last time you like skimmed through the demon list? Because I know you owned the demon list at one point.
Yesterday, because I was picking out a new level to play.
Dude, do you also like look at the hardest demons and are like, "Oh my god"?
I make this point,
like where we just look at it and we're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I make this point there not frequently, but I make it semi often because like when you think of like my my few hardest levels, it's like I think I have like 6 main lists right now, which isn't a lot, but it's like
they're achievements, dude.
Lucid Nightmares, which is the level I'm playing now, is like 110 on the list. It's gonna be my 18th hardest.
What the fuck?
It's gonna be my 18th hardest. I have 2 levels above number 67 on the demon list, and I have 18 between 67 and 115. And it just keeps getting pushed down, and it's just like, how am I gonna keep up? I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how Eric keeps up. He has a family, he has all this. I mean, I know it's his job, obviously, but like physically, I think I'd talk to him about it. Like, if he's ever had like physical issues with GD, because it's such a one input game where you just click, 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 click. You know, and RSI is a pretty common thing that goes around. I think he said he doesn't have any problems, which is miraculous, which is amazing. And I hope it stays that way.
He probably does similar to me, where he just like does exercises to specifically counteract it, right?
Yeah, like finger
like do 3 sets of 10 yas at the gym, where you do like forearm exercises. Yeah, just to like strengthen your wrists and forearms.
That's smart.
I spent so much time and effort just working out my forearms just to not get completely turbo fucked.
Have you seen that thing where like people take like a container of rice and like move their wrists around in it to train forearms?
Yeah, that shit looks insane.
That works. My forearms are honestly pretty meaty now. I'm proud of my progress, but this isn't about me. We're just talking about working out, so it's a good time.
I mean, I would like to do that as well, but we just buy bagged rice, so I don't have any like loose sitting around. I mean, I'm sure you can
use something else, but rice is.
I do work out my forearms at the gym regardless, so it's not like a huge deal. I already have 3 exercises that I rotate.
What's an AeonAir set? Like, what's a day at the gym for you?
Okay, so my gym is split into 2. So it's like we have the top floor and the bottom floor. The top floor is mainly machines, and then at the bottom is dumbbells and like cables and stuff.
Yep.
So I start at the top with obviously warm up, stretch, all that stuff. And then I do like my round on machines, kind of depending on whether or not I do legs or upper body or core. And then after I'm done upstairs, I spend like 10 minutes kind of like catching my breath again, just to stretch. So I do like an extra set of stretching in between. And then I go down and do like cables and dumbbells and stuff, and then I'm done. Usually in for like an hour, 45 minutes.
Nice. That's good.
I go 3 times a week. I do the near 2-hour sets.
Dude, I used to go for like 3 hours, but then I realized like that is such a waste of time. Like you're just doing junk volume.
Yeah, it is. At that point, it's just cardio, right?
I don't remember what. I think junk volume is just benign.
I agree.
Sure. Like I'm pretty sure you hit like a muscle hypertrophy cap. Where like it's not going to give you any more growth. Yeah.
I usually do 3 sets, and then the first set is like a warm up set where I do like 10 of like my most comfortable. I know I can hit 10 reps on this one, and then the next set I won't hit 10, and then I do failure on the next 2.
Less weight, higher reps.
Depending on the day, obviously, but I try and increase weight on sets 2 and 3.
I'm sure everyone listening is like asleep right now. We're talking about
you gotta stay healthy, bro.
No, yeah, for sure. This is why we're tapped into the egg method, because you know it fills you up. It's good protein. What is actually? I use olive oil. What do you use? These are everyone wants to know this.
What was it in English?
I mean, there's like butter, vegetable oil, olive oil. There's a bunch of things you can use with eggs. I mean, is it like some like specific kind of like Norwegian thing?
It's margarine.
Ah, okay. That's like butter. I think
it's similar, like but it's not like as fatty and oily.
Yeah. I just rock olive oil. I think it's calorically dense. I hope so.
It is.
If I could stomach it, I would just drink it. No, I wouldn't.
Dude, olive oil, I think, is like a tablespoon of olive oil is like dead ass like 300 calories. It's insane.
Oh, that's awesome. Isn't that worse than butter?
It's really? Fucked up.
Oh,
it's so much, dude.
I mean, like I like olive oil for the calories, right? Because like I don't struggle with protein, but calories can be tough, especially when I'm eating like 15-gram protein yogurt, like a banana, whatever. Gotta have them calories, dude.
Yeah, for me it's the opposite because I used to be like a high level athlete in Taekwondo, and then I stopped doing that.
So, dude,
I went from exercising like 2-3 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, to not doing that as much. So I had the opposite effect where I hit 20 and it's just like, oh, sorry, metabolism. What's that? So
cutting down is hard.
Like, yeah, I'm fighting the calorie deficit, but it's been working. I've been shredding and putting on muscles. It's been working. But man, it's a hard fucking habit to get into, especially when you've been lazy as fuck for like 4 years.
The most motivating shit on the planet is when like you finally start to notice change.
Dude, my ego has been soaring for like 4 months. In November, I was at my friend's birthday party, and an old friend of mine from high school, he was like, "Damn, I can see you've been hitting the gym, bro. That's good shit."
Yes, and it's
like never mentioned the fact that I've been to the gym to him. My ego is still on top. It's like 500 still. Still riding that high. Yeah. It's been 4 months.
Dude, I'm so like gym pilled that sometimes I'll take my friends. Like sometimes I'll take like a friend and like we'll work out. And like I'll teach him about like good form, you know, all that shit. It's fun. I don't know. I like seeing friends be healthy and succeed and shit like that. I guess it's like that. Like very socially giving, you know?
It is 100%. I do have a few friends that also go to the gym, but I'm so like, I enter like a state of like trance almost, where I just like I listen to my music, go about my thing, fully lock in, and then it's just kind of like zone out almost.
Oh yeah, dude, I watched a video recently of I forget the guy's name. I watch fitness channels sometimes. This guy was he tried like 5 different banned pre-workouts, and there was one that he took and he literally did all of his sets and he didn't even realize his music wasn't playing. And he was like, oh my god, I see why this is banned. And that's one nuts. Of the it's just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like I want that pre-workout. Yeah,
I don't actually take pre-workout. I
try not to, because you gotta fend off caffeine, you know, because it's gonna it scales with tolerance, like with anything like that. Because like, you know, I'm
on a very strict 1 cup of coffee every day kind of diet, whereas like I don't have more because I know it's gonna backfire.
I wonder.
I have this fancy espresso machine. I make 1 cup of coffee every morning with my eggs and bacon while I
play, because like I don't drink coffee.
Actually, I mean, I drink it because I think it's delicious as fuck, but I do notice if I don't have it in the morning, then I'm like way more tired. So like, as much as I want to say that I don't really need it, I kind of need it. It's not like bad. I'll still function. I'm just kind of tired.
So something funny happened a couple months ago. So I think it was the Stormfly episode, and I think it was like a little early. It wasn't crazy early. I think it was just like 11 a.m. for me, which is like normal people, like that's lunchtime. But for me, it's like, oh shit, it's time already. I'm still in bed. So I went to the store and I got like a Starbucks Frappuccino or something, like a chilled brew. And I was drinking that. Obviously, I'm not going to drink the whole thing, but I was drinking it doing the podcast. And like I started tweaking like halfway through. And if people listening
That's
like
funny.
know, they'll probably remember that. I remember like halfway through, or like near the end, Stormfly was just talking. We were just talking about something, and then I was just like, guys, I gotta shit so bad. Like I'm sorry. Like hold on. And you know what's
Dude,
even funnier?
unironically though,
Yeah.
coffee is like such a good laxative. That sounds so old saying that. It's insane. It cleans you clean out.
I probably lost fucking 5 pounds.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. It works like a fucking charm, bro.
For our next challenge, I'm gonna take laxatives on the next episode. And try to not die sitting in my chair.
Like a personal challenge, trying not to shit yourself while on the podcast.
Thankfully, I haven't succeeded, or thankfully, I haven't failed. Stormfly was close.
Yet.
Hope we don't have an incident. That episode was cursed because, like, that same episode, we recorded like 30-40 minutes of it, and then my internet goes out. So then we have to restart, and then we went for another like 2.5 hours. It's just like one thing. It was like one thing after the other. That like dear God. But it was funny. You know, we had a really good episode. We had a good talk.
That's good. That's how it should be.
Stormfly is really cool.
Yeah, I like Stormy. We speak occasionally because we're like one of the few people who are like the same age. Yeah, and we've known each other for a very long time. Because we're like around the same age. We've always been like he's about doing the same thing in game. So we've known each other for a very long time. Yeah.
Dude, I wish that his Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing is so cool. I wish there was more demand for stuff like that in the community.
I agree. I'm also still salty about the fact that I got the hardest fucking questions ever.
I watched some of it, and some of the questions I'm like, dude.
Yeah, because like when I was watching the EVW episode, I was answering every single question easy peasy. It was the easiest shit of all time. I came on myself and I get asked statistical questions. Like, who the fuck knows from the top of their head how many ships do you unlock from beating the regular GD levels?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like, I can figure it out, but like I have to spend like 5 minutes thinking. I do not remember all the achievements. That's for sure.
Did they give you like a 60-second timer? And like Stormfly's just sitting there with a clicker. He's just like,
very nice
seconds. Yeah, dude. I wonder if like so. I don't know how much community stuff Vibrant does anymore, but I wonder if because we talked about something similar. I wonder why there's not more GD podcasts or like game shows like what Stormfly was doing. I wonder why. Is it just like a demand issue? Because like I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential in that space, especially in a community like this. But like I understand that it's like a weird thing, you know?
I just think it's the wrong audience because GD is so diluted by children under the age of 14, and podcasts are like I watch podcasts. I watch Trash Taste like every week.
Yeah,
but a majority of people who watch that kind of stuff are adults, and there's just not enough adults to where it would be like an actual worthwhile thing to invest a ton of effort into a lot of the time.
By the way, you know, part of the reason I started Famous Cincy podcast, other than the fact that I was like, why is there no GD podcasts? Was because I had gone into like a bit of a phase where I was listening to podcasts in the background while playing GD, and because I like having background noise, and I was like, you know, this is really cool, and then I thought of it like, you know, like a GD podcast works in the background while, like, even if you're playing GD or doing something else, because you don't need to have like 100% of your focus. It's just it can just be background.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, I
have industry secrets here, but when I do, I have a really bad habit of not being able to lock in if I have chat open whenever I stream. Yeah. So if I'm doing like a hard level and I'll be stuck on it for a while, I'll do like focus streams. I have my GD audio and my desktop audio split, so I'll just mute my desktop and watch a YouTube video or a stream while I stream myself.
That's amazing.
Just to like focus, because I focus a lot better if I have something in the background. If I'm like trying to lock in.
Imagine if
I'll have like a podcast or a YouTube video on while I play myself. It's so fucking meta though. I'll sit and watch a Twitch stream while streaming on Twitch myself to play because I'm trying to focus.
Who do you watch?
I watch a lot of people. When I'm live, there's not that many people who usually stream. Mr. Lunchbox is really cool. Lepopsy is a very good streamer as well. In the mornings, I watch a lot of Floofy Wan. Floofy Wan is a great streamer. There's a few Australians and some Indonesian people. You have Shubi, fantastic. And in the evenings, I watch like Zeronium, move to Diamond Splash. Heck has been streaming a lot recently. I watch a lot of Twitch, dude. I had like 2,000 hours in 2024.
That's
I watch
so
a lot
funny.
of
I don't
Twitch.
blame you for that shit. Like, I feel like to anyone that's looking at you streaming, beating like Deimos or something, and just sitting there, like, there's almost no way that you wouldn't go insane if something wasn't playing in the background. Just sitting there listening to.
Yeah, it's usually fine if it's not like a level that's taking way too long. But if it's a level I've been playing and I'm just kind of like past the point of, okay, I just want to be done with it, then I'll go focus mode and I'll just listen to something in the background. But I also want to stream it because I obviously want people to be able to see what I do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So when I found the plugin for OBS that allowed me to split my audio, fucking lifesaver.
I didn't know there was a plugin. I was going to ask about that because, I used to do that too. But I had a physical mixer where I had 2 physical audio lines. This is fucking complicated. I don't do this anymore. I had a gaming PC, and then I had my old computer for a streaming PC. And I would use a capture card to capture the desktop of the gaming PC. Like I don't need to do all that shit, so I don't do it anymore. But I had a Behringer X1204, which for all intents and purposes, it's just a mixer, audio mixer.
Yeah, I know.
And
I have one myself.
Oh, you had one?
Not that one, but I have a mixer.
Yeah. I have a 2i2 now, if you know what that is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like the little red thing. I love
that one. Those are really cool. I wanted one, but I'm lame and I got the Razer one because I already use Synapse for like other things.
If it works, it works.
It was just the easier shot. Yeah, exactly. And it was the easier option, so why not?
But like, I had 2 because I had to get like these optical audio cables, and because it's stereo. So one was going to my gaming PC, the other one was going to the streaming PC, and then it all bridged into the master audio, which then went to my headphones. So it actually was kind of cool. I could just talk to people on Discord, listen to music, do whatever, and it's the same thing as that plugin you're talking about. It's just a more physical and analog version of that.
Yeah. I also use the plugin whenever I'm in calls. If I'm playing something off stream, like when I was playing Molten Core and beat that off stream, I was in a call with some friends like earlier.
Yeah.
Just so they don't get included in stuff in case they say something they don't want shared. Right.
I didn't even know that was I didn't even know that plugin was possible for OBS. I guess it makes sense though. I bet it taps into like your volume mixer or something.
It does. Basically, what it does is that it just goes into the application itself and takes audio directly from the application. So I have GD on its own, and then I just mute desktop audio.
That makes a lot of sense now that I'm thinking about it, because OBS does do that. We used to do that actually on the podcast, but I could say that. I hate talking about like our thing, but it's just context is good.
That's fine. I think it's interesting, so it's cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So what we used to do? You might notice like there's kind of empty space. I don't know if you see my screen. I can just use my mouse. There used to be audio bars here for every person.
Oh, that's sick. Cool.
Everyone had an individual audio track. We used a website called Video Ninja for it. Finn found it. Huge shout out to him. And it looked great. The audio was crisp. It was good. It was like a little tedious to set up. It wasn't difficult. But the reason we stopped using it is because, one, it doesn't work on Streamlabs OBS, which the reason I'm using Streamlabs OBS is because I use normal OBS for something else. And switching those profiles, it's just not even worth the hassle.
Yeah, it's not worthwhile.
2 OBSs. Yeah, you get it. But
yeah, I don't blame you at all.
The other reason is that sometimes the audio would just completely break. And we wouldn't
know.
That
sucks.
And people in the chat would have to tell us like audio is broken. And so the concern with that is like, what if you're recording one offline and then the whole episode is just and then you release it?
Sucks so ass.
That happened 3 times, I think, with Novel Boy.
Oh my God. I think I would just quit at that point, I'm not gonna lie. I have so much respect for the fact that you pulled through. I would just be like, nope, this shit ain't for me anymore. I'm done.
To be fair though, like the Novel Boy episode was 4.5 hours. So like,
oh my god,
yeah, I just scrolled down. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, I love that guy. He's awesome.
Oh, Sam. He's
We just talked and talked and talked about like
Yeah, he's one of the few people I've actually met up with in real life.
Yeah, he's really cool.
I don't know why I said few. I'm one of the few people he's met. I've met a ton of people.
I know he's met like Husey and stuff.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't know who else you would know.
Husey's a fascinating character, but man, he's great.
Yeah, what is Husey up to right now? I have no idea.
I haven't talked to him in a while. But I'm assuming it's just school and work stuff, just real life caught up to him.
Yeah.
He's born in '99 as well. We might see him return though. Tosh Deluxe started uploading again, so like you never know.
That is funny. That dude would be an interesting guest.
Yeah, he's a character.
Do you think he'd leave if I brought up Devil Vortex, or do you think he'd like actually stand his ground and lie?
Dude, that was so funny. I don't know though. Maybe.
Yeah. He actually just like that evidence was all presented by like Nepesta and everyone, and like it was like the most concrete shit I've seen for a situation like that. And Tosh was just like, "No, you're wrong."
I mean, I low-key kind of respect the fact that he's just kind of like holding his ground.
It is funny.
Even if it's really like 100% conclusive, I do respect it. I don't know if it's like some insane amounts of copium or whatever, but like he's holding his ground. Yeah. Gotta respect it.
I just wonder like the psychology with that guy. Like I wonder if he just thinks it's funny to just never let go, or if he
I don't even think
like,
he thinks
is so
funny.
Convinced that he's right.
I think he's just that stubborn, just knowing what he's like in general.
I also kind of feel like it's at this point it would be kind of embarrassing to admit it.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be funny. Like, I mean, so
it would. I don't think anyone would take it that seriously anymore. Let's be real. Devil Vortex is one of those levels that everyone can beat if they are decently good at the game. So like, back then when it was like one of the hardest levels in the game, obviously you don't want to be caught out for it. Now it's kind of like people beat it just because it's Devil Vortex.
And he got away with it.
And it's a meme.
Which I'm not encouraging, but he did. And he just lied, and that was it. And it never got unrated and never got moved. He was just like, well, that didn't happen. Well, I think the Demon List like doesn't credit him for that anymore, but
maybe. I don't know.
We're gonna check.
Does anyone have credit for Launchpad Labyrinth? That made me think. Because that had a hacked verification.
Who hacked that?
Whisker.
Verified by nobody.
Verified.
Yeah. The video is still there. So wait, Launchpad Labyrinth?
I'm pretty sure if you go, Launchpad is 100 roughly.
Oh, it's by Moff. I know.
I think.
Alan.
Yeah, it's verified by no one. Because the verifier hacked it. Yeah, and then it just never got unrated.
Oh.
For some reason. No idea why. It's just one of those levels that they found out it was hacked like immediately, and Rob was like, I don't care.
Dude, I love Rob. He's such a character.
Yeah, Rob is great. He's fascinating.
There's so much shit I would want to talk to him about like drunk raids and stuff like that.
Dude, I don't understand how Rob functions, bro. He's from Sweden, so we're in the same time zone. He rates at like 2 a.m. every single day, bro.
Knowing him, he probably wakes up at like 1, rates levels, 3 a.m. workout, drinks fucking eggs, and goes back to sleep. Hangs out with his family, drives his blacked out Cadillac. You know, it wouldn't
surprise me whatsoever. Probably wakes up midnight.
You know what I want to ask Viper if he ever comes on? I want to ask him if he's ever been to his house. I don't even want to know the answer. Damn it.
I know the answer.
Oh.
It's okay. Maybe he's lying. Maybe he's like, yeah, actually.
Maybe.
We can hope.
Potentially. I don't know. Viper doesn't really talk about that kind of stuff like frequently though. He's very
I respect it.
He's
a pretty like
held back. Very reserved.
Yeah, reserved, that's the word.
He's really fucking good at talking about anime in school, though.
I wonder if he's went on a Japan trip. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him that stuff when his time comes. I'm not even gonna get into it.
I mean, I could answer it, but that would be lame, right?
Yeah, that'd be lame. Yeah, that'd be lame, and then I would hate you, and I would have to delete the file.
My bad, bro. Sorry. Wait, what happened again? I promise.
Thank you. Dude, it's 2025. I still can't believe it. Can you believe it? I can't.
I can't, sorry. I don't believe anything anymore at this point.
Takes me at least 6 months to like register that the year has changed.
By the way,
As a January baby, it's pretty easy for me to register the new year because I have my birthday. So
as a February
Yeah,
29th baby, I don't know how old I am.
Shut up.
if you were my age, you would be 6. Yeah, 6. That's crazy.
Oh, dude, by the way, I've heard from grapevines that you were called the deadlocked guy at one point, and I have no fucking idea what that means. Does that
It
mean
was a
anything?
running gag for a while where people would ask me to it spawned from me beating deadlocked in one attempt every time me and EVW did a race because I would like fuck up every random level ever, but I would never fail deadlocked. And then it kind of became a bit in my streams for people to ask me to do one attempt on deadlocked, and I would just like always beat it.
Do you have like a channel point redemption for it?
No, I used to have something along those lines though. I haven't played deadlocked in ages now, but there was a point where I just like I would beat deadlocked like every stream basically.
To like close
and EVW pushed it as well, just saying that I'm really good at deadlock for some reason. It was much more impressive like 6 years ago, but you know.
I wonder what the most amount of times someone's beaten that level is. That's a question.
Thousands probably.
It's probably fucking
some guy's
thousands.
Probably really bored.
I mean, there's that doesn't like Mindbur have 30,000 hours on the game? Someone's beaten it 1,000 times. So, surely somebody.
Probably, yeah. I mean, if Zeronium can beat a Thanatos like 130 times, someone can beat Deadlock 1,000, exactly. Right?
I didn't even know he did that. What the fuck? He's not real.
He was bored. He also beat Clarity by Hypno and a Thanatos back-to-back. That was cool.
That's cool.
And then he did that 3 times in a row.
It's kind of like when Enswish rebeat Crimson Planet, and then he was like, all right, 2 times in a row. Like, after beating it, like, no reaction. Like, he rebeat it, but, like...
Yeah, it's become, like, a new trend, almost, where people, like, after they beat a level, they would just do, like, one more attempt just for shits and giggles. And it's always super hype when someone does it twice in a row.
I wonder
like, a guy that I know, he recently beat Erebus, and then he beat it twice in a row on accident as, like, the second time. Which is crazy, because he died past 90, like, legitimately, like, 14 times. And then he beat it twice in a row.
He just understood, insane. You know?
Yeah, he just locked in. He's just like oh, no, I get it now. Okay. Yeah.
The stars aligned just like that one level you made that got rated for some reason in 2021.
Yeah, to the source 2.
Did Rob just like get bored, or were you like, can you rate this? And he was like, okay.
No, it was the opposite. I specifically asked Viper, don't send the level. Please tell Rob not to rate this because I don't want people on my ass for it. Because I was going to get accusations of popularity rate, which I did. But I specifically asked Viper, hey, can you like make sure this doesn't get rated? And then it got rated. Because I just wanted to verify it as like hey, I made this like 5 years ago. That's cool. And then, but I didn't do it for the rate. I did it because I wanted the level to just be released so people could play it. The fact that it got rated was kind of just like an people are gonna hate me for this one.
I don't recall like uproar about that. I recall just people thinking it was funny.
Yeah, I was more worried about it than I really should have been, but there were a few people who were like, "Oh, I can't believe this got rated. It's such a shit level."
That happens all the time, though. Like even
but it's like fair. It's not a good level by any means.
Dude, like
to be fair, it was made in 2015.
Yeah. Blee could release like a new masterpiece, and I feel like there'd still be people that are like, he always gets their levels rated because he already has creator. It's like, dude.
That's so funny. I don't get that mentality, dude. I don't know. People spend so much energy just being salty about things that they just don't have anything to do with and they can't change anything about. It's like, why?
It's like when I hear that said, it's like, yeah, he's established. That makes sense. There's nothing.
Kind of how it works, bro.
There's no special like sauce here. The sauce is that he's established, and so that when he makes a new level, Rob's probably going to see it and rate it.
Yeah, the sauce is that 100% of mods know who he is and probably follow him in game. So they see when he releases the level.
Mod, right?
No.
He is.
He's not.
I know there's a lot of creators who don't want it, which is completely
I don't want it either. I've been asked like a billion times, and by random people as well. I just don't create, so I don't have a reason to have it. I also have a very bad habit of rating every single demon. I play Extreme Demon, and that would be fucked up for the new easy demons that I beat.
Imagine if a bunch of mods got together and lowered the extreme count to like 500, like at the same time.
I was about to say that it has happened, but it's just one guy who just thinks a level is easy and rates it
and
insane
just like
demon.
over and over, just next. That'd be so
Yeah,
funny.
it has
Imagine how much
happened.
that would
It's really
fuck
annoying.
up like the
Forever.
extremes. I bet there would be extremes that would just get completely forgotten about if that happened.
I mean, that already does happen though. There are the occasional level that just kind of like gets demoted and just never gets promoted because no one plays it, and then the other way around as well. There are a few extreme demons that just shouldn't be extreme. It's just that 5 people have ever played the level, so it's not getting re-rated to insane demon.
Yeah, I can't even think of. There was one level. I think it got unrated. Do you remember Doomsday? I remember that one. And like that just randomly got star rated, and I think it was like hacked, and everyone was like, "This sucks." But dude, it's kind of funny. I am for RobTop randomly rating stupid shit. I think it's hilarious, and it creates a funny conversation.
No, I agree. I'm under the impression that a rate doesn't affect me whatsoever. I just play the levels I want to play. If a level gets rated that's really shit, I'm just not going to play it. But someone will play it, and someone will enjoy it, so it's good for them, right?
Exactly. I hope Rob I hope he never changes. I hope he never changes like the drunk rating. That's
Did you see that one 5 million ID Black level that got rated yesterday?
Oh my god, are you kidding? I was gonna mention.
No, it's like it's how old is it? It's like a very new rate, but it got rated, and it's you could just go to most recent rates because it's a 5 million ID. This level's like fucking 10 years old.
Oh, it's a 5.
Just go to feed. Yeah, just scroll down and you'll find like there we go, final hour. Pick the ID. 4,683,000.
Damn.
That's an old ass fucking level.
I'm so out of the loop that like I forgot the IDs are at 100 million.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Like, what the fuck?
Also, Astral Nebula by EBW got rated. That's also an old one. It was 50 million. It's an old mega collab.
I remember watching him verify. This is like how generationally different I am. I remember when I was 14, I was watching his video when Subterranean Animism got finished.
Yeah, that was sick. I love it.
That's how long ago that was. I remember
that's
where
a while,
I was
dude.
too. And like,
oh, that's crazy.
It's so weird. That's funny, dude.
When was it? This is like 2017, right?
I think so.
I think it's like 2017.
It was like January 2017, something like that. Something like that.
It's really cool to see it rated, though. I like that stuff. I like when Rob rates old stuff, like all the old Bismuth levels that got rated randomly.
I love when he just rates like whatever the fuck and doesn't care.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. As a person who talks to a lot of star grinders and enjoy just playing levels, I think it's so cool when he just rates the most random, heinous shit ever.
Have you seen one of the funniest extremes I've ever seen got rated recently? It's like Around the World or something. It's the one with all the countries.
Oh, Geography Dash. Yeah, I fucking love that level. My house is in it.
That is so funny. That level has the funniest fucking gameplay I've ever seen.
It's really dope. If you go to like 80, I think it's 80, number 86, you'll see my house.
All right. Should I put it on the screen?
Go for it. I think we go
like
to...
a weird taskbar thing. Oh, fuck. There's no
Is that like
percentage.
86, roughly? No, not 86%, but number 86, country number 86. No, it's a little bit earlier. It's in the 70s, maybe? Because it's still in Europe. Okay, I saw Denmark there, so it's like the next one. Yeah, there we go.
Dude. Dude, is everything in your house rotated at like a 45-degree angle?
Oh, yeah, it's super fucking inconvenient. I always have to like hold myself up.
You do leg day.
I also have bolted my computer into the ground.
Leg day is just leaving.
Leg day is just my existence, bro.
It's like sleeping on the it's like sleeping in like a centrifuge.
Yeah.
Kugel, I heard you, by the way.
I know. Yeah.
Kugel has to go pretty soon. We can like speed it up. We do have a couple more things to do to go through.
Yeah, I mean, don't rush if you want. I can you can still keep going after I leave.
How long have we been going?
I think
hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, hour 40 minutes, something like that. We started at yeah.
Let's see. Oh, so you mentioned Vlak. I was going to mention something pretty interesting. not really interesting, but just more of like a thought experiment. So I remember you calling 53 by Vlack a perfect extreme.
Yeah.
And I want to know
that level.
what attributes have to be met for that criteria to actually be a perfect level. I know you talked about
level
it in
just
your video.
have to be fun as fuck, dude. The level just has to be fun as fuck. When I judge like in quotation marks perfect in this sense when it comes to like my favorite levels, it's usually just about playing. Like visuals for me is an additive to an already great level. If the level is fun but doesn't look good, it doesn't really matter. It's still a great level to me. Kind of like how the base cave thing started, where it's like it's an ugly as shit level, but it's fun, so it doesn't matter. I think it's enjoyable. But when it comes to 53, personally I just really like Vlack's building style. I think the things he makes look really cool.
That's true.
Which obviously makes it better. But 53 is just such a consistent level. It's always hard the entire way through. There's nothing that's like way harder than everything else. Like consistent the entire way through. And it's just really fucking satisfying. It's the same thing with Neutra and Neurostasis, which are my two other favorite extremes, where I just find the gameplay to be so incredibly satisfying in its own right that there is not a single point of time where I played the level where I just genuinely didn't just have a ton of fun.
Right.
Like my last session with 53, I died to the 90s like 4 or 5 times, and it was still just a blast because it's just a fun level.
I have not.
So perfect in the sense that I just thought it was fun the entire way through. I just think it's really enjoyable.
I'm just reading something. I'm just reading the rest of the stuff we have because Kugel has to go at like 3 and it's 2:40.
Yeah.
Oh, speed round.
This is interesting because I found out recently that you've been sponsored by G Fuel for like how the fuck how'd you score that? Did they just email you and you're like?
I did not know about that. What?
I have a sponsor guy. I just have a guy who takes commission. I have a.
He's like, hey.
Yeah, I'm partnered up with Type Factory, so they just kind of like deal with the business side of things. I just kind of like do shit, and they just kind of like text me like, "Hey, we have this sponsor. Do you want to look into it?" And it's like, "Yeah." And then they take 10% commission, I think.
I should probably talk about that.
So they just asked me, "Hey, G Fuel wants to sponsor. Do you want to lock in?" I was like, "Sure." Like I like their stuff. I'm not gonna go and say it's like the greatest thing of all time. I do like them. I like their electrolyte stuff because, as I mentioned, I have a really bad electrolyte problem. So like, if I don't want to burn through $1,000 a year on a Powerade, I'll just get G Fuel instead because it's cheaper. And I think it tastes good, like the blue raspberry. Everyone loves blue raspberry. But it was just like hey, G Fuel, they're kind of like interested in working with you. Do you wanna look into it? I was like, sure, why not? I've tried their stuff before. I think it's okay. Why not?
Have there been any like big ones that you turned down, or like that the guy has texted you and you've been like, I don't know, but that's cool, and then like maybe
dude, I'm still pissed about this one. There was a HelloFresh one that I really wanted to do, but it was America only, so I couldn't even use it myself. So I turned it down out of merit because I don't want to promote a product that I can't use myself.
Yeah, that's so weird that they'd email you then. I guess they just send like mass threads.
Yeah, they probably just send it out to a bunch of people. But that one was really disappointing. And there's been like a couple things here and there where it's just kind of like been I just didn't enjoy it. Like when it comes to like mobile games, right? Like, even with mobile games like Mech Arena, I've done a few times. It's just kind of like I just think the game is kind of fun, so I kind of get it. I get people who want to play it a lot. It's not a game for me, but I enjoyed the like couple hours I've spent on the game. I don't have a problem promoting it. But then there's been like some turbo slop that has been like super shit that I've just turned down, even if they pay well, because it's like I don't know, man. It's not it's not like I'm putting myself high on top of like a pedestal, but I also want to like remain honest about what I put out as well, right?
Well, honesty is good. Business partners will especially respect that, even though their main goal is to just like get consumers and make money.
Yeah.
Especially if like,
if you have a
strong niche as well. Like people like Drew Gooden. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Oh, I love Drew Gooden. He's great.
I love his videos. Yeah, you see how honest he is about sponsorships and like the funny things he like.
Yeah.
I bet his sponsors love him.
Oh, 100%.
It's like
it's the same philosophy I've had with GD though, where like
yeah.
The reason why I don't do anything other than extremes now that I don't really make content anymore, is because that's what I think is the most fun, right? Like when I was making a lot more content, I would like force myself into doing things that I weren't really interested in because it was like topical or whatever. But I realized, like, in hindsight, that is like the reason why I started making videos to begin with was to share my passion with GD. But why am I sharing things that I'm not interested in, right? I follow the same philosophy with like other things that I do in real life as well as sponsorships, etc. It was like, if I don't have any interest in it or any passion for the thing that I'm trying to do or promote, then there's no reason to do it.
We have received a donation from Esm69 Animations, and it is a question for you. Do you have the chat open?
No, I can pull it up though.
I can send a screenshot.
I heard myself.
This guy does this a lot. All right. Well, you can read it because it's not a question for me. But I appreciate the $5, by the way.
Last time I went fishing, did you catch anything big? Last time I went fishing, I caught the legend in Stardew Valley. Does that count? This joke only lands if you've played Stardew Valley.
I have a hot take about Stardew Valley. Not really. It's actually
no, you can't say this. I fucking love that game.
I really like it too. I think it's just it's not that it's not for me. I think the pacing was just really slow, and I kind of just got bored.
That's valid.
I remember
fishing in real life though. I haven't gone fishing in a very long time. As ironic as it sounds, considering the fact that I live by the fjord, I don't really go fishing. I usually go fishing as a kid with my dad, but that's about it. As an adult, I haven't done it. Probably for the last like 15 years.
At least you don't put mustard on pizza. Yeah, Trick does that.
No fucking way. There's no shot he does that. That's abhorrent.
We asked him. Yeah. We asked for his hot food take, and he was like, "I like mustard on pizza," and we were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That's genuinely insane.
Like,
holy
like,
shit.
Okay, pause.
I can't wrap my head around that. That's crazy.
Pause.
I don't even dislike mustard, dude. I think mustard is fine.
Like,
no, I know that one.
There's some other ones. Yeah, he doesn't like pizza, but it's understandable because he said he ate it so much. That's understandable, but mustard on pizza?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
That's crazy. That's
Enjoys
actually
mustard
insane.
on rice? Okay, we're banning that person.
That's wild. What the fuck, banned. Dude? I'm like a day oneer on like most, like a lot of indie games though. I was day one on both Celeste and Stardew Valley.
Do you play any
I was on top of it, dude.
Have you played Balatro?
Yeah, dude. I've clocked in like 150 hours.
I love that game, dude.
So fun.
I love that game. I was gonna ask you, like, speaking of playing all these games, I actually don't know if you stream Premier League GD, but have you ever thought about branching out? Like, that's a big risk, and I'm sure you're pretty comfortable. I used to stream
other games. Actually, I streamed both Persona 5, my first playthrough of that. I did stream Breath of the Wild when that came out. I've streamed some Pokemon. I streamed Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I just enjoy. Because GD has kind of like been a job, I also want to maintain gaming as like a hobby as well. Yeah. So I play primarily RPGs, which aren't really good stream games, because if you miss out on like 2 hours of stream, you miss out on a lot of like story context. So I just kind of like prefer playing those kind of games on my own. GD is one of those games where it's like you can just jump into a stream and just know what's happening because, well, you're either practicing or beating the level, right?
Or, creating, doing whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I prefer streaming GD, and then story games and all that stuff that I play on my own. I play.
It's also
on my own. I'm also a console gamer. There's gonna be a hot take. I have my full PC setup. The only game I play on is GD.
Really?
Yeah, I have like, I don't even know if I dare to say what like my full setup costs, like including lights, camera, microphone, everything. But I have a fat fucking setup, and I just play GD and Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is the one game I'll play on PC over console.
Chat might make fun of you if you say the number.
Oh, they will.
Mean, it's,
I make fun of myself for it because it's fucking absurd.
But like, investing in your room, investing in your stuff.
Yeah, and it was investing in my job, right?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I tax wrote off my computer. I mean,
I do the same.
Yeah.
I do the same with games, even though I don't stream them. It's probably not legal, but whatever. I don't do it always. I did it with Scarlet and Violet, but I did stream those games, so it counts.
Yeah. I'm sure it's also like a deal of like, I'm sure it's a matter of like, you also don't have like an audience to withhold, like,
yeah,
there's no expectation of being entertaining and being in front of people. So you can just chill out and play games and whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's a big one for me.
But as I said though, I didn't do content creation because I wanted to do content creation. I did content creation as a result of me wanting to share my passion for GD as a game.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, content creation was a byproduct of me just having a lot of passion for the game that I wanted to share. So content creation was not the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about and play the game that I really had a ton of passion for and wanted to spread that passion to other people as well.
Imagine you like uploaded a non-GD video just randomly and it blew up. Like, what would you do? Would you be like, That's an interesting hypothetical.
Probably wouldn't do anything. Because I do have a few. I have like a GD related GeoGuessr videos, and I do have some Among Us videos.
Oh, really?
They did okay. But like, for me, it never...
I wonder actually, because
it was never important for me
when we
personally.
were researching stuff, there's like a big gap in videos, or a lot of the old videos just private.
Yeah, I have like 600 private videos or something.
Jeez, okay, I didn't know it was gonna be that many.
No, it's a lot.
Because we were trying
also,
to find, like,
what the
fuck's
that horse electrolyte? Donation question.
They're trying to rot your brain, is what they're doing.
Oh,
so, okay.
Yeah. See, I think he's kind of like gotten immune to that stuff.
I can explain this. He's referencing a tweet that somebody made where this guy was like, because you can buy a jug of horse electrolytes on Amazon, and it's for horses, so it's probably like a little unfiltered. It's just electrolytes, right? And the joke with this tweet that this guy made was like, I've been taking horse electrolytes. They're cheaper. I feel great. And like, I think the guy was serious. He said he got blood work done. I need to go check that guy's Twitter and see what the results are. Because I'm very curious, because there's got to be some kind of health ramifications of just downing horse electrolytes. That
sounds insane. But I also feel like it could low-key work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Have to look into it.
It's like, hold on.
I mean, as a guy who struggles with his electrolytes, maybe it's worth tapping in.
Could you imagine, like, on a stream, it's just like, be right back, guys, and then you just pick up a fucking, like, jug of... and then, like...
Nah, I'm gonna syringe that shit. I'm gonna shoot it right up.
What would happen if
Hold up, guys. I've gotta go shoot up some horse electrolytes. Give me 5 minutes.
That's so weird. What would even happen if you put electrolytes in your veins? Would you just die?
I don't even think I want to know, dude. Nothing good, that's for sure.
Where do electrolytes get filtered through? Like,
I think it's your kidney, right? Maybe your kidney filters everything.
I think your liver filters blood. Your kidney, I don't know, dude.
Your kidney does everything.
I don't know, man. I'm not a... whatever you call it. The words are hard and difficult. They're difficult because I'm hungry and I'm thinking about eggs and olive oil.
I'm not a kidney donor.
For dinner.
I'd probably donate a kidney. Would you?
Don't they like cut off a piece of it and not like the entire thing? Because it can grow back.
Because your body is really fucking good at rejecting things that isn't your body. So they have to like infuse a different kidney into your old one, so your body doesn't just like completely shut down and kill itself.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Wait, the guy that tweeted that got his blood work back?
Oh, that's lit.
Send that to me. I have to know. I don't care that we're doing a podcast. I have to know. That is important.
Also, if that guy's Dan and Nandlal, BTD6, I do play BTD6. It's very fun.
Blins is fun.
I played on my iPad.
I don't know if like you play much rogue games. Have you played T-Boy before?
I have tried it, but I'm not very into roguelikes. I'm very like specific with my genres. I'm very much just an RPG guy.
That's fair.
Because I love fantasy. I love stories. I'm a big enjoyer of like different worlds and like characters and stuff. So I need like that to like be fully invested. Like I was complaining. I recently played God of War 2018. I was complaining about the game being too short, and it's like 40 hours. Because I just felt like I didn't get enough time to like and like enjoy the characters that much.
Dude.
It's like by the time the characters started getting good, the game was over.
So I'm listening. I'm being a bad host. Wow. Okay. I was listening to what you were saying, but I just saw the blood work. He's fine.
That's good.
He's fine. I sent it to you.
Maybe it's time to tap into the horse electrolytes then.
That's what I'm saying. I bet the sales went up on Amazon for the jug.
Oh, 100%.
It's
I didn't play Mario Luigi
bucket.
Brothership just yet, by the way. Someone asked in chat. I want to, though, but I have a few different games I want to play first. I'm currently playing through God of War Ragnarok, and then after that I have Stellar Blade, and then I have Cyberpunk plus DLC, and then I can get onto that.
Were you ever like a GTA person? You don't strike me as one, like one of the people that played.
No,
GTA 5.
I'm not a big shooter guy. I don't like aiming games because I'm terrible at them.
Because GTA has a really good story.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
The gameplay also has
real,
to land.
You know.
I've been kind of like burnt on this one a few times, but like Omori is like in a famously incredible story. I just could not get through. Yeah, but I could not get through it because I just didn't enjoy the gameplay. I don't want to spend my time on a game that I don't have fun playing, even if the story is absolutely fantastic. That's kind of like why I've been gravitating more towards like manga and movies and stuff as of late, because the gameplay also has to be good. But like action RPGs and like turn-based is like my shit.
You know what film I want to rewatch? I watched it for the first time recently, and that was an experience. I need to find a friend that'll watch Pulp Fiction with me.
That movie's great.
Dude, that Classic. Movie is fucking insane. I mean, this is not new, right? Tarantino's a mastermind. But
yeah,
Jesus
for sure.
Christ. Like that whole movie has like different arcs to it. Like
yeah,
acts.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I just like stories, man. Stories are so awesome. I just love storytelling.
Same. I love like everything. I love everything on that palette. You know, like the story combined with the cinematography aesthetics. And and being shot on film. There's another movie that is beautifully shot. Do you know what Catch Me If You Can is?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it.
That one has beautiful cinematography because of like the way they filmed it. Like everything's very like reflective. Everything's very bright and colorful and vibrant. Mm-hmm. And as a result, it gives off that kind of like fuzzy nostalgic like look. And I think that's really cool. Especially since it's set in like the early 60s, to where like everything seemed like it was better. You know what I'm like, that classic nostalgia bait.
Yeah, 100% know what you mean. I'm less of a visual guy, more of an audio guy though. I fucking love audio design. Audio design is so cool to me. Part of the reason why I listen to the music that I listen to. I just think audio design is super cool. It's like when music is used well in movies, it just like hits me, dude. I fucking love that shit.
There's a Radiohead song that everyone knows this, but you reminded me of it. Do you know the James Bond movies?
Yeah, of course.
For Spectre, I guess they commissioned Radiohead to make a theme, and so Radiohead did, and then they just didn't use it, as far as I'm aware. And so like we just have that song called Spectre that they just didn't use. I don't know why.
Also, Luca, yeah, I do. I'm not a big hardstyle fan, but I do fuck with it for sure.
Yeah, by the way, I gotta go now.
All right, so yeah. Should I open Photoshop right now and update his card?
See Aeon. It was good though, but yeah, I gotta go.
I'll
I had a fantastic time
because I have more stuff to talk about. Not too much. I'm gonna have to go in a second too, but
okay.
Don't worry about it. Just ask away.
Why did you drop the verification of place, by the way?
Because we didn't know about all the alternate routes, and there was one wave that was so insanely fucked up, like halfway through the level, which is like the original intended route, and it's like it's so fucking hard. I just didn't want to bother sitting through 2 minutes of gameplay to die to the same choke point over and over again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because that was before we knew about all the easy ways to do the level.
And just like that, where is it?
Dude, I wish I knew anything about Checkmate because that level was sick. I just never got any updates on it.
I don't even care. I'm not fixing it. I don't feel like fixing it.
It's fine.
That image doesn't go all the way. Whatever.
It's
not
okay.
Perfect. No. Yeah, no, that's fine. Doesn't Localizer have the... Because Place is a platformer level, right?
That's Place 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm out of the loop. I know that people speedrun the second one. I think Localizer has the world record on that.
I think so.
I don't remember, though.
On the second one, Sputniks had like an incentive for people to I don't remember what they were going to win, but they were going to win something about who had like the fastest time after X amount of time. So it incentivized a lot of people to speedrun it. And I think Localizer ended up winning. And then he kept pushing the time further down for some fucking reason, even though he won.
Mentality.
But, yeah, dude, Localizer is fucking insane. I have so much respect for him. He's such an insane player in like every single thing. Someone was asking about Challenge Enthusiast earlier, and I know Localizer plays that a lot. My biggest connection to Challenge Enthusiast is Vermilion, though. Vermilion does that a lot. That's like all he does.
Verm's pretty cool. I haven't spoken to him, though.
Vermilion is fantastic. I love that guy.
What was I? Oh, yeah. Dude, okay, so I want to know if this is true as well. I know a couple people that have this, and it's such a weird concept to me. So is it true that you have aphantasia? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like, not in a bad way. It's just fascinating. How did you?
See, I've spent a lot of time.
That might be a weird question. Like, I wonder if you like, someone was like, "Yeah, you have," and you're like, "What?"
It was one of those things where, in Taekwondo, we have like meditation stuff a lot of the time, and it would always be like, "Imagine this thing." Randomly, one time, we'd been doing it for like years, and just one time randomly, it struck me like, I'll ask my instructor whether or not you're actually meant to see something when you're imagining the flame. Because he would ask us, like, what color is your flame? And I'd be like, I don't fucking know, dude. I can't see shit. I don't know what you're trying to refer to here. It was just kind of like oh, that's a thing. So after he told me that, yeah, you're meant to actually see an image in your head while you're imagining the flame, I had to Google it.
Yeah, did you see, like, the Apple test? And you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly that. It's like, people can actually see this shit? That's crazy. But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't have a frame of reference of what it's like to be actually able to do it, so it doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. It's kind of like inconvenient.
I'm glad that, like,
you're not like
FOMO'd about it. I'm very glad.
I don't really get FOMO. Because I understand the feeling of it, but it's like, for me, it's like, if I can't do a thing, it doesn't really matter. I'll rather just enjoy the shit that I can do.
Aphantasia is weird because it's like describing color to a blind person.
Yeah, kinda.
Because it's
but I can see, so it's like I can see an apple and be like, yeah, it's an apple. Not being able to picture it in my brain doesn't really affect my day-to-day life, right?
Yeah. Dude, it sucks. You can't picture like GD layouts when you hear music.
That is one of my biggest regrets in life because it sounds so fun when people do that, and I'm like, yeah, I can like conceptualize gameplay because I've played the game for 10,000 hours. I can't actually see it though.
Like, do you have visuals?
No, I have audio things though. Really? Like, I'll remember dreams based on audio, but I don't have any visual image of it.
That's
like insane. I'll know a car is involved because I can hear a car. But like, I very rarely remember any dreams. Like, I can't remember the last time I remember a dream. Which sounds really fucking depressing, but I get a good night's sleep, so it's fine.
This is insane. I can't comprehend that.
It's just one of those things when you're not used to it, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
like it's obviously really weird to imagine it when you're so used to the idea of being able to do it. But it's like, if you never knew what it was like.
Yeah, true. Like, you won't know like what you're missing out on.
Bernstein. Lol. Funny. I can't imagine that. Same. Sorry.
I mean, you're embracing it. That's a good thing. It's better than just being like, fuck.
I mean, yeah, because it doesn't fucking matter to me, right?
Yeah.
I take what I have and appreciate what I have available.
You like to have your cake and not imagine it, but eat it too.
Yeah, exactly.
What else we got? Oh yeah, we have one more thing, and then we can
actually. I have one thing though that's very convenient with aphantasia.
What is it?
Because like I never had the idea of like when you see some really fucked up shit, like if you're scrolling Twitter or scrolling like social media and you see something really traumatizing, that doesn't affect me whatsoever because it can't haunt me back.
You can't relive that in your head.
Yeah, so like when everyone stumbled across that one like real life gore video when there were like 12 scrolling the internet. Yeah. I saw that too. did not affect me. Not because of the fact that I'm edgy or anything, but because of the fact that I just can't replicate it in my head, so it doesn't matter anymore. One man, one jar. In one eye, out the other.
I wonder if there's a correlation to like aphantasia with serial killers or something. That's interesting. I
no
mean,
comment.
probably not because, yeah. I'm not saying, yeah, no, I'm not saying you killed a bunch of people, but I'm not saying we covered that up. No. I'm saying, like, because, I mean, but they're doing the killing, so, I mean, maybe not. It's just, like, a cool thought.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, maybe that's why they're so, like, but they're troubled, but, like, it's, I wonder.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a study somewhere that's, like, Ted Bundy has aphantasia or something.
Wouldn't surprise me, low-key.
Yeah, no, it would not. Because he wouldn't even remember. He would remember, like, the act of doing it, not the details, not the visuals.
Yeah.
I wonder. Maybe. Yeah, so next question. Have you ever killed anybody? No.
I use my rights to remain silent.
No, I bet you probably would have killed someone if you didn't keep your head on your shoulders with that 1,000 whatever demons in a month, because that's what we're gonna get to next. You like my segue?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, so yeah.
My 1,000 demons would have haunted me instead.
Serial killers to world record, former world record.
Yeah.
I have to know, like, I haven't beaten demons in a long time. The last one I beat was, I think I rebeat the secret box or something.
Mm-hmm. That's a banger level. I love that one.
That's a good level, yeah. And before that, I beat, like, Critical Fusion by Nox. But yeah. I have to know how the fuck you didn't go insane doing that. I have to know, like, how the fuck you didn't go insane.
Dude, I wanted to go insane during it.
I saw the 5-hour VODs.
Yeah, because, like, for the most part, it was fine. For the most part, I had a lot of fun with it. But if you stumble across, like, one stinker, the problem with that grind in itself was not the fact that I had to grind, because I think the act of grinding levels is really fun and I really enjoy it. The problem was when you got, like, a really fucking trash level 20 minutes into stream, then you had to force your way through another 4 hours. Like, you can't just stop because then you're going to fall behind. You, like, usually what happens for me, at least, is that if one level goes really bad, I kind of, like, lose focus and the next one goes bad and then the next one goes bad. Like, at the worst, I would do, like, a level and a half in an hour, which is really shit because I was holding, like, 8 to 10 demons an hour pace, right?
Yeah.
Like, then you would have, like, the occasional hour where you do, like, 2 levels and then you just want to die and then you're like, fuck, I have to play another 4 hours of this shit.
That you can't skip?
I could skip, but the problem was that I didn't have enough levels. I did 350 medium demons because I ran out of easy. That was the worst part of it. I ran out of easy demons, so I had to play mediums
hard demons
instead.
Are probably fairly challenging now.
Even and they take a little bit too long. So it was like I couldn't skip a lot because that would just mean if I skipped an easy demon, that would just mean more medium demons to play. I did skip a fair amount of mediums, but that's because I had enough mediums regardless, so it didn't really matter. But for the easies, I like kind of like pushed through even though they sucked because I didn't want to play more mediums because more than likely they were going to be harder than the shit easy demon I was playing. So like, it just wasn't worth it. So
were there any key highlight levels that just made you want to fucking rip your hair out?
No, because I don't really hold grudges on levels like that. I don't remember a single one of the levels I really disliked. I do remember the levels I really liked though.
That's good.
My favorite easy demon came from that grind, and that is Port Louis by I don't remember who made it. It's like a random Neo design level that's like a beach. It's really cool.
We have to give him the proper
LUI. Yeah, that one.
Fifi.
By Fifi. I fucking love this level.
Fifi, that sounds like a pet dog or something.
Their only creator point as well. Holy shit, dude! What a goat. He has one creator point. Is my favorite easy demon in the game.
That's funny.
What a legend.
We should give this guy more attention.
Oh yeah.
He needs to make another level. That's cool. I'm surprised you held through that whole time. I guess I just have a different mental, and I just don't play the game as much.
I mean, to be fair though, it's like one of the key motivating factors for me to finish that grind was I say there's a lot about extremes as well, but a lot of my motivation, I think the best way to stay motivated with extremes and playing the game in general is to have very simple goals. And my goal with extremes is to just beat levels I think are cool, because I think it's sick as fuck to be able to say that I've beaten levels. Like saying I've beaten Tartarus, that's the coolest fucking thing ever, right?
Yeah. It's still
And the
top
same
5
thing
in my
holds
head.
with the 1,000 demons, whereas like being able to say I'm the first person ever to do 1,000 demons in 31 days is fucking awesome. That's so cool.
I can't.
So that kind of
complain,
motivated
dude.
me to just keep grinding, to stay on pace. Being able to say that I was the first person to do it.
That literally. How many demons are there actually? There's got to be 10,000.
Close to 8,000, I think. I think it's close to 8K
there's
now.
8,000. Okay.
Yeah.
How many?
That's
demons
including
has, like,
platformer, though.
I wonder if we're ever gonna. No one's gonna beat all of them. What am I fucking? What the hell?
No one's gonna beat all of them, but I do think Smithy has more than the total amount because of weeklies.
Oh, that's a good point.
Smithy
like
has
extra
8,000 something. Smithy hit 8K recently.
Smithy's awesome.
I love Smithy. He's great.
I honestly rarely speak to them, but like they're pretty cool.
Yeah, he's dope.
I don't understand how any star grinder has the time to play the game that much though.
Yeah, I think it's so impressive. I talked about it on stream recently, but the fact that Smithy is keeping up with not just every rate for stars, he's also keeping up with platformers. That's fucking mental.
That's insane.
Yeah, he has almost
like
max moves as well.
Those are like a take in. You can take it slow.
Yeah, and they're so long as well. Like you can play a 6 moon that takes like 2 hours. It's nuts. And this guy has time to play all of them, dude.
I don't understand that at all.
What a legend.
How do you not get burned out either? I guess it's because like you have competition on the leaderboard that high up because he's number 2, but it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
blows my mind.
I don't know, Matt. I think it's just one of those things where he just really likes the game. Because maybe he does really like the game. He does get frustrated with levels. Obviously, everyone does.
Yeah.
I think everyone is human and gets frustrated with something occasionally. But like, he just really thinks the game is super fun. He just plays the game all the time.
I'm glad that he enjoys it. I'm glad he found something he enjoys and does it.
Yeah. And I'm the same with extremes. After I stopped making content, it's just kind of like my extremes have been so much more fun for me because I don't have to force myself to do other things. So I just kind of like have a ton of fun playing the game. That's why I don't see myself quitting the game anytime soon, just because I genuinely do love playing the game.
Have you thought about doing like obviously might be a dumb question. Obviously you do content around extremes. Have you thought about doing things like obviously beating the extreme demon roulette's really hard, the extreme demon alphabet's hard. Have you ever thought about getting into stuff like that? Like at your
I did a randomized alphabet actually.
Oh really? How'd it go?
It wasn't list stuff, so I couldn't get like list demons. But every single extreme demon that was under list difficulty, I put on a wheel and spun, and then did an alphabet for that. So I can send you a screenshot of the full list I did with dates. I did some bangers. I did some really random shit as well.
I know that Nepesta beat the extreme demon roulette. I think Doggy did too. Or no,
maybe?
No.
I don't remember.
Nepesta beat the roulette. Doggy beat the alphabet. I think Nepesta did it too.
Yeah,
I know the last level is Zodiac.
I finished my alphabet in August with Zettabyte. But I did some really cool stuff. Like I beat Kusaretta for it, which is like the most non-me level ever. I got to play stuff like Boogie.
That's a cool idea. I'm reading that.
Yeah.
It's just random extremes.
Yeah, so I put every A extreme on a wheel, spun it, got audio explosion,
that's a cool
beat audio explosion. And then I did that for every letter of the alphabet, and it was like a long-term project. I could have gotten Knights of Thunder, but I did beat Knights of Thunder at a later point, so.
I'll put it on the screen. I need another monitor.
Yeah, I have
2. It's not enough.
Very nice.
What was the hardest one on this? Because a lot of these are like not too bad.
Difficulty-wise, the hardest one was probably Kusaretta or Jamboree. They're like very similar in difficulty. Roast Dynamics got nerfed literally 2 days before I started playing it. Sironier was also very hard, or Cronier, as the creator calls it. But the hardest ones were definitely Jamboree and Kusaretta, which were back-to-back. That was a little rough, but you know.
You should do that again.
I kind of want to. But at the moment, I'm just kind of like, I'm in the process of beating some levels before going back to Deimos now. And after I finish Deimos, I want to do like, I want to start chipping away at the 2018 demon list, try and beat all of that. And then maybe move on to the 2021 eventually.
God, Spatial Rend.
I wasn't supposed to verify that actually.
Oh really?
Dude, it was so funny because me and Diamond Splash, we got messaged at the same time to verify Special Rend. I was asleep, so he sniped it from me because they asked me and they were like, "Oh, he's not replying," because it was like 2 a.m. So they messaged Diamond Splash about it, and then when I woke up, I was like, "Yeah, I would love to verify it," and they were like, we asked Diamond Splash instead. Sorry, dickhead." I was actually supposed to verify that, so I kind of have to beat it eventually, right?
Yeah, well, now you have to. Now, especially now that you brought it up.
Yeah.
Because now people are going to be like, you know what you have to do, right?
My community knows. It's been on the list. I wanted to do it before Deimos, but then kind of like, now I have like the itch to get back to Deimos, so I'm just kind of like finishing up the last couple levels that I want to beat.
There's probably a lot of levels that are like so goddamn weird. Have you ever done a video about like the old forms list?
Not really specifically the forum list, no.
Because there's like creeper force and levels like
that. Yeah, I know. I was around.
Yeah.
My first list demon was a hard demon, so.
Dude, I remember the forums. That'd be a cool video. I wonder if it's like too niche now though, because like that's such a long time ago. That's like 2015. That's 10 years.
Yeah, it's a while.
There's no way anyone even knows what that is anymore.
I do remember back when the forum list was made though, I was on the list for Deadly Club Step for a while. Back when that was like top 5.
I heard that there was a race apparently, but it wasn't a race or something with Riot, and that you just made.
Yeah, me and Riot were playing it at the same time. That was back when me and Riot were like really good friends. We were hanging out a lot, so we were playing it in call all the time together. And then I fumbled the biggest loss of my life. I did a 2-attempt practice run on it, and my one and only death was the first triple spike. And that was 6 months before Riot beat the level.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, that was before Steam came out, so that was quite the fumble. But
were you
whatever.
playing on like? Did people play on like BlueStacks?
People did play on BlueStacks, yeah.
Okay,
a lot of the Korean players did.
I think Darnock did that.
Yeah, he did for a while. I also did it for a little bit, but I mostly played it on my my phone.
That makes sense, yeah. We used to do that with Pokemon Go. We used to play that on BlueStacks.
Yeah, I remember that when spoofing was a huge thing.
Yeah, where you would spoof. People still do that. I should check my Pokemon Go account.
I remember that, yeah. That was fun.
Dude, I wish that game...
I left my phone in my living room. What did it say?
Let's see if I still have it. No, I don't. That sucks. I could have sworn I had it. I remember I would go on vacations. That game was fucking taking over. We'd go on vacations, we'd drive past something, I'd have Pokemon Go open, and I'd see like something that I don't have, like the evolution skill, like a tier 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would see.
Dude, I was like super fucking popular for a little while because back when regional Pokemon got like introduced, when like Tauros, Mr. Mime and so on came out, I was one of the few people in my friend group, because we were playing Pokemon Go while I was in high school. I was one of the few people who got a Kangaskhan because you could only get it in Australia, and I went to Australia in 2018. So I had to catch a bunch of them for my friends.
Now. It incentivized people like us to go outside.
Yeah.
I just remember having like basic shit. Like everyone has a Gyarados, everyone has like a Lapras.
Yeah.
Those.
It was fun though. It was a great time.
And it incentivized you to like go on walks because the eggs. But like
as a lifelong Pokemon fan, it was also just really fun in general.
Everyone just drove around. I wonder if it worked on the train.
No, it's too fast. I think the limit is like 20 kilometers an hour. It's like the max you can travel before it's like, nope, too fast. L.
I just remember. I remember I was so happy when I caught a Grimer in my closet. Like it was that kind of shit. It was so funny.
It was a good time to be alive, man.
I fumbled a muck in Orlando, Florida, because we were driving past some restaurant. No, I remember this now. God, how did I... This is so stupid. I would just walk away from my family, and I was like 14, 15. I would just walk away from them. We were walking somewhere in the middle of Florida, which is totally a good idea. Because there was like a muck.
Banger idea, actually.
Because there was like a muck behind like a building.
Dude, I was equally as bad. Speaking of walking away, dude. my mom has like a billion horror stories because I was one of those kids who just kind of like walked away without saying anything. I ran away like 3 times in London. I was
Oh
like a
my
4 year
god.
old.
Jesus, dude, I'm going there.
I walked on my own like 4 blocks down to go to a toy store. My mom was losing her shit.
That's so funny that you mentioned that because I boarded a plane there in 3 days.
It's awesome, dude. I love London. It's a great place. I don't go there very often anymore though.
Dude, I'm so excited. I haven't been on a plane in like 12 years, and I'm going alone.
Oh, where are you going for?
I'm going for like 5 days.
Okay. Nice.
Pretty good. I feel like I'm overpacking. I feel like I'm doing that shit that everyone does when they're like, I have like, because I use like Sky Miles, so I got a good deal.
Yeah.
You get like free checked luggage, free carry on. So I'm like, might as well take all 3.
I mean, why
But,
not,
like,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? But
Yeah,
like, but then
I
I'm
travel a
thinking
fair
about
bit,
it,
so
yeah.
I'm just kind of like I'm a seasoned traveler in the sense that I just kind of like take a backpack, throw some shit in it, and if
Yeah.
I forget something, I just buy it when I arrive.
I wonder if TSA is
I'm going
as
to
harsh
Belgium
over
in
there as they are over here.
I'm going on a plane in 12 days myself, actually.
Belgium?
Going to Belgium. Yeah.
Let me know how the waffles are.
Oh, they're great. I've been there a few times. I go to a music festival every year.
Oh, that's so cool.
Me and
Isn't
my
it so nice just having shit to look forward to?
Oh, it's awesome, and it's especially when it's like the same thing every year. Because me and a group of friends, we go to the same music festival, so we get to like hang out and meet. Because there's a bunch of GD friends. Like Mabio1 is one of the people I usually meet up
Oh
with
yeah,
for
he's
it.
cool.
Yeah, so we one of the things that we always get is like we get a waffle before we go, and we found this like one insane like ramen place that's super fucking good. So we go
You're making
there
me
every
hungry.
time, and it's just always looking forward to it. And it's so awesome. And I'm very much excited for it.
Dude, I
I'm
want
so hyped.
ramen now. Maybe I'll do that after this. Maybe I'll make some.
That's a good idea.
I
We
just
don't have any
wonder,
good
like,
ramen places here though, so I just kind of like get it whenever I go out of the country.
yeah, that's smart. You're probably smart for carrying just a backpack. It's like, oh fuck, I don't know what I was gonna say. I wonder if TSA is as harsh over there as it is here. I'm sure they're like a little more laid back, because like, you know.
Kind of depends on like what airline. The cheaper the airline, the stricter they are in terms of like what you can carry on and so on.
Right.
Because they extort the money. The reason why they're cheap is because they can extort money from you over carrying, right?
Yeah.
So like Ryanair is like infamous for being super cheap, but then like you carry like a slightly too big backpack and it's like, oh, you have to pay $200 now in extra fees. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, and you're
No.
already at the airport. You're already like at the fucking gate to check in. It's like,
Yeah, so you can't really do anything about it, right? You're just kind of like
Yeah.
forced to.
I'm glad I have people around me that like tell me this stuff. Because like Finn is a seasoned traveler,
Yeah.
so he
Traveling alone is
understands
one of those
this.
things you just have to do a lot, and then it's just kind of like easy.
I think it's the mystique of being so far away from home. You know,
Yeah.
and just having to figure it out yourself for the most part.
hmm
Because I've never traveled alone. I've never been to Europe, so it's like, this is going to be new. This is going to be really new.
That's a big step, yeah.
That's huge.
One of my friends who's going to the festival for his first time is actually coming from the U.S. himself. He's not traveled alone nor out of the U.S. All on his own.
Oh, I hope
So
he
that's
enjoys
gonna be
it.
exciting. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be really fun. That weekend's gonna be fucking crazy for me, dude. I'm going to a music festival in Belgium the weekend, and then on Monday, as soon as I get home, I'm going to go and see Porter Robinson with the Viper and Sputniks.
That's cool.
It's gonna be sick. Yeah, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. It's gonna be great.
I know a lot of people who like Porter.
His music is great. It's gonna be a little bit of a contrast though, because I'm gonna go see Virtual Riot is one gonna be playing at the festival. And I'm gonna see Porter Robinson
Isn't he
like the day
Swedish?
after.
He's
German.
Swedish, right? German. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, close enough.
Close
Close
enough, dude. They're all the same. No.
Yeah, it's Europe.
Okay, I think we could do some phone-ins now. That's gonna be fun.
Sure.
And the way this will work is that for everybody listening live, the way this is gonna work is that we have a Discord server, and if you're lucky, you'll get dragged into the call and you can ask a question, maybe two, and then we move on to the next. I'll put the link in the chat for it for people who aren't aware. So we can go ahead and start. I had to hide.
You're
the member
so
list
right,
'cause the
GM.
client was like so.
I kind of forget the member list exists because I always have it hidden on like every server I'm
Alright.
in.
So
Not that
a lot
it's
of
a
these
lot of
people I
servers,
already
but you
know.
know.
Let's do. I can't even read their names. Okay, that's a name.
Oh, that's fire. I like banger
I'm
username.
gonna do lo-fi. We'll do lo-fi first.
Hello.
Hey,
All
lo-fi.
right. What's up? How are you doing, Blue?
Pretty good.
So, have any of my questions been asked already? You'll know what I'm talking about.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, you ask whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Then I'll just go with because that's really all the questions that I have. I just have to pick through there. If I didn't have those, I would just have to bullshit. How about like the easy speasy thing? So
Oh
the
yeah.
how did that come to fruition? Did he reach out to you? Like, how did that happen?
Dude, it's such a random thing that happened because I was just watching his stream on Twitch one time, and I was just kind of like chatting in his stream or saying hi because I've watched some of his YouTube videos, and then he just recognized me.
Right.
He just knew who I was because he just watches GD content,
Oh, that's
and
sick.
then
Yeah.
from there it was just kind of like, hey, you want to give me your Discord so we can like maybe do something one day, and then just kind of happened. It was like
Hell yeah.
randomly he would just watch my videos when I was in his stream, and he recognized me. So it was like, hey, let's do that.
Yeah.
I think
Now with
the thing he did was I think he raided me because I was playing Minecraft randomly. And he just
okay.
recognized my name from GD, and I think that's how it like spiraled in. It was just like
That
a
makes
random
sense.
thing. It was really cool though.
So,
He's
like,
great.
With platformer now, like speedrunning is like a very I mean it's still not popular, but like more people know about it in GD. It was kind of like an untapped market back then. So that was like really cool. Like I remember when the video released, I was like, oh, that's like actually a pretty unique idea to do.
I do really want him to hop back into GD and try and speedrun a little bit more. I think he did the tower.
Yeah. Ooh,
it would be cool to see him try and speedrun some more with GD stuff. But the thing about GD speedrunning though is that it's as I said, it's an untapped market. There's not that many eyes on it yet.
Right. Yeah, like not too many people care.
Yeah.
Like who's carrying it? Like what localizer or something? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it was really cool though. The collab with him was great. It was very, very fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. That was it. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for the question.
Have a good one.
That's one of my stream regulars. I know that guy. We'll do somebody I don't know. Let's do Shay.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me. Hold up. I need to mute the thing. Oh. Sorry. How's it going?
It's going great. Thank you so much for asking.
All right. I have two pretty simple questions.
Yep.
First one is there a particular reason you didn't do anything between Deimos and Serix, like EOD or Minus Strike? Because I remember you said you had interest in both of them.
I've always been under the assumption that when I want to go for hardest, I just want to try and push myself. And I practiced a little bit of Minus Strike. I played a little bit of Edge of Destiny. And while they are really difficult, I just didn't feel like I got that that itch of this is like pushing my limit to its fullest. Because I don't do hardest very often. So I was just kind of like, hey, I want to try something like super difficult just to like push myself. And that's what I got with Deimos, because it's like really difficult gameplay while also being like patience and a stamina test as well as nerf control. It's like a little bit of everything.
I see. I got it. And the second one, do you have a heart rate monitor? Because I think that would be an interesting addition for the
I used to have one.
Oh wait, didn't you have one?
Yeah, I had one for stalemate redux and stuff, but I just found it very like claustrophobic. I found it very uncomfortable to use, so it just kind of like spiked my heart rate artificially because of the fact that it just kind of like pushed in a little bit too much, and I just didn't like it, the feel of it, pretty much. I have one, I just don't use it because I don't like it, which is unfortunate. I think it's a really.
Didn't you use it for the that one, the spicy stream or something like that?
I did, yeah.
I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute, he did have one.
Yeah, because I did use it for a while, but I just kind of like decided not to because, as I said, I just found it really uncomfortable, and I just didn't end up liking it. So I'd rather just like have my own comfort above the entertainment factor of having a heart rate monitor, because I know it's really cool to have. Zeronium used it very well, and so on and so forth. So I think it has value, but my own comfort goes first.
Small note before I I have mine on right now.
Mhm.
Just because I thought it would be funny. I got pulled in and my heart rate spiked to 120. So yeah.
Classic.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Thanks for answering the question.
Thanks for coming on. All right, let's do. Should I do the guy with the funny name?
Yeah, go for it.
Should I actually say his name?
What, chocolate gooning contest? I think that's pretty valid to say out loud, dude.
Yeah, chocolate gooning contest. I hope he's not a troll. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, JMD Blue and Aeon.
What's up?
Hello.
I want to play a game with both of you, if that's okay.
What's the
Okay.
game?
I'm intrigued.
So you have to guess when I joined Geometry Dash, when I started playing the game. So I'm gonna wait, hold on. I'm gonna screen share my profile for you for a little second,
Okay.
and you have to guess based
I've
on
never
my
done this
stat
before.
when
This
I
is
joined
new.
the game. So
Guess
based
by
on
your
my
stats?
stats, and you
I
have
mean, at
you
least
can ask
3
me
days ago, right?
questions. You have to ask me maybe. You have to ask me 3 questions.
About
What
this.
is your favorite top one?
My favorite top one
Mm-hmm.
has
I
to
don't know
be
what the fuck is going
Akron.
on.
Akron.
I like
Okay. Can I keep asking?
yes, 3 questions.
Who is your top 3 GD goats?
Okay, number like anything like creators, players,
Players,
anything.
primarily.
Players. Ooh, I'm not really tapped in. Okay, so number 1, my goat, W Pop Off. Number
Okay.
2, Riot, and
Mhm.
number 3. Oh, this is a really hard question. Has to be Doggy. I tune in into some of his streams.
Okay.
Good guy.
Okay.
And hold on, let me show you the demons real quick.
3 extremes. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say 2.1.
I was gonna say
lock that in?
2023.
Oh, you
Are
want
you
a
going to
year?
lock that?
Okay.
Are you going to
I'm
lock
locking in
that
the
in?
year, bro. 2023.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
2022.
So I joined in April of last year, so in 2024.
I wasn't that far away.
Yeah, you weren't
Are
really
we
that far
old?
away. Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
when did you guys join again?
2014.
Oh
Like,
my
like
god,
late 2014.
11 years ago. I
Yeah.
started January 2014.
dude, that's
I've been here
wow.
for a while.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. All right, so it was really nice talking to you guys. So
You too.
goodbye.
That was fun. I don't know. I like that.
That was
enjoyable.
interesting. That's a first.
Yeah.
Hulky, let's do Hulky Mr. Glitch. Hello? What's up?
Whoa.
Come on, don't be shy. Unmute your mic. Imagine he's
We don't
AFK.
bite. At least I don't.
I
My
don't.
desk way. Sorry. You
You're
can
good.
hear me, right?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right. Hello. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
So honestly, I heard that there'd be people joining call to talk to you guys, so I kind of rushed in, so I'm not really sure what to ask right now. So I just wanted to be able to talk to you guys. I guess the first
You can ask
I don't
him
know.
anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Well, it
this
might
is
matter a little
surreal.
bit, but like,
This is kind of interesting for me because I've been watching Aeon since 2017, so it's kind of surreal that
That's
I'm
so
gonna call.
long, dude.
No, like yeah, honestly, like do you remember the break you took in like 2018?
Yeah.
I remember you posted a video explaining why you took a break, but I don't think that's on your channel anymore.
I don't even. Yeah, because I feel like I deleted that like not too long after, just because of the fact that I wasn't embarrassed about it. I just felt like it was a little bit TMI. I think I just kind of like removed it. But I do remember posting that video. Yeah.
I remember that being uploaded, so I was like, oh, Aeon's gone, and then you came back in like 2020 or whatnot. I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
So I'm a little. I guess my first
Awesome.
question would be is like wow. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at
Don't worry
no,
about it.
you're
It's
fine.
fine.
You're fine.
Actually, my first question, honestly, this is gonna sound really dumb. What do you guys think about jumping? Like jumping from
Like real
levels,
jumping?
you know,
Or
like
okay.
like large jumps in difficulty.
I have some thoughts. I think the best way to enjoy the game is to play whatever levels you think are cool, and if you don't find anything that's interesting, then go for it. But as like an improvement thing, I think it is kind of silly. Not necessarily because of the fact that you don't get better from playing harder levels, but because a lot of the people that or a lot of the levels people generally jump to don't really benefit in like a wider skill set range. Like Zodiac's a good jump level simply because of the fact that it tests you with everything. But then you have stuff like Soup and Circles, now Cobwebs, obviously, Wasseretta, and so on, that doesn't really test one thing. And people, what I see a lot of the time is people who do jumps and are successful in their jump, they also just kind of like get stuck in that same skill set. I
Oh,
think
gotcha.
Nodix is a great example of that on Twitch, who jumped to Cognition, and he hasn't been able to go away from the cognition-based gameplay. So the only thing he's been playing recently is Oblivion because it's the only level he thinks is fun, because that's the skill set that he's developed, right? So I think there's like a high risk to it where you kind of like put yourself in a position where you could end up just not having anything to play because there's nothing else to play because that's all you know, basically.
Yeah, so the reason why I asked this is I'm kind of in the same boat right now, just a little. If you guys aren't aware, which you might not be, back in 2021, I made the decision to jump from Necropolis to Arctic Lights, which is not smart.
I mean, that's a jump.
But it
massive one as
was
well.
a jump. So what happened with that was basically when I did that, I hadn't been mobile for a long time. I had been mobile for a long time. The hardest thing I beat on mobile was Plasma Pulse, the Insane Demon, and then I almost beat Rupture, but I wasn't able to do it. I got a PC and I felt really good. So basically, I jumped from Necropolis to Arctic Lights, and when I beat Arctic Lights, it was still in the top 35, I believe. But ever since then, I've just been playing like wave levels, and I've been trying to stray away from that. And I don't know if that was like a smart thing to do. And if
the goal is to get out of the like 9 circles wave level slump, my best tips is to humble yourself. Accept the fact that you're not as good at other things and just start at a lower point. Because for me, it was the opposite. I fucking sucked at wave, and I knew I sucked at wave. So what I did was I played like easier wave levels that were like way below my hardest and just worked my way up the same. I would like naturally gain skill in any other game mode. So like I started with Insane Demon 9 Circles levels. There was a point in time where I was grinding Insane Demon 9 Circles levels even though I had like 30 extremes because I sucked at wave. And I think it helped. I mean, I'm not amazing at it yet, but at least I'm not completely useless at it, right?
Yeah, definitely. I just
recommend just humbling yourself and being like, okay, even though I can beat stuff like Arctic Lights and like levels above that in terms of like wave difficulty, that does not mean you are in Arctic Lights difficulty for every other game mode, right?
Yeah,
it's just about biting that bullet and just accepting it.
Well, that's another one thing I want to bring up real quickly because I don't want to take up a bunch of time here.
That's fine.
I've been demotivated with Bloodlust. I've been working on Bloodlust. The last time I played it was in August of last year. I have 95 on it, and going from Arctic to Bloodlust, those are two completely different levels. Even though people say they're around the same not skill, but same place. You know, like kind of in difficulty. I've just been facing difficulty with continuing with that because it's so different. Arctic is short and compact, Bloodlust is long and difficult, so I've just been finding motivation to get back. So should I just beat more levels that don't really focus on wave and build that skill?
I would low-key just kind of go below Arctic Lights in difficulty and work your way up again. Like start in like Bloodbath difficulty tier and just like slowly but surely progress your way up. One thing is that you get to have fun playing a lot of different levels. Another thing is that you just get to naturally progress that skill that you would normally have built up without the jump, right?
Yeah.
Just like set yourself in the position of my hardest isn't Arctic Lights anymore. My hardest is like Bloodbath, and then work your way up from there.
Okay,
and then just go back to it once you've had like more experience with playing harder levels.
Yeah, working your way up. For sure. All right, yeah. Sorry, my question was all over the place.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Prepared.
I enjoy that question. I think it's a very important question to discuss because it's a hard topic for a lot of
It
people
is.
to figure out. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for having me on.
No problem.
No problem.
Thank you for the question.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
You too. That was funny. I love seeing people starstruck like that. All right, so I'm gonna do Luca next because he wanted to just quickly.
Yar.
All right, ask away.
Okay, so I have like 2 questions and one from the guy who can't like go into phone-ins. He wanted to ask them. So yeah, like one question. Like these are lame because I can't think of any. Like I think my SSD just died, so I can't think of any better questions. Like I'm stressed out and stuff. Anyway, do you still play Easy Demons?
Yeah, I play the weekly.
Oh, yeah,
when I go back to Demos, I plan on grinding a bunch of hard and insane demons on the weekends. I plan to just play Monday through Friday Demos, and then Saturday, Sunday, I plan on playing like hard and insane demons. Maybe some easy if I bother. But I kind of like don't have a lot of easy demons left to beat, so I don't play them a lot, but I play them whenever they come out.
Yeah, okay, good to hear that because like I'm making like my first single.
Yo.
And I was thinking like I haven't worked it in a while because real life stuff, and I don't have I lost motivation, and it's like hard to get back on. Good to know that.
I really like these demons. I think they're fun.
Yeah, also remember that from your videos that you used to like. Speaking of videos, will you come back to like long form videos or like just make some overtime? Like I know you quit like YouTube, like actually like you're just posting completions and some thoughts like you just did with what was the last level? Oh, it was the audio
Rivers and
level.
Nazareth, yeah.
Yes.
That's
it's hard to say because as I've said, I just kind of like did content as a way to like express my love for GD, and as my love has kind of like pointed into just being extreme demons, it's hard to say for sure that I will make like long form content. But there's gonna be the odd video here and there, but not like actively posting as much as I did. If the bills get too high, kind of thing, right?
I mean, how much did you earn? I can't remember. Like, how were you earning a good amount when you were doing that? Like, was it sustainable?
Yeah, it was more than sustainable. I was covering full rent and all that stuff for me and my girlfriend's apartment. I still do, which is kind of crazy considering I don't do shit anymore. But I was having a very comfortable life.
Okay. Now the question from the guy who can join. Like, what's your favorite anime?
One Piece.
Favorite anime, One Piece. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, One Piece is like top 2 favorite stories of all time. I fucking love that series. It's so good. I've read the manga for a while.
Damn, you're literally like Mindcap. I remember when I was like VCing with when I used to VC with Jocks, and now not because he's like in college. Him and Mindcap would like watch One Piece every day. Like they got hooked into it, and I was like,
really fucking good.
Yeah, they were always talking about it, referencing it. I'm saying like One Piece is a fucking disease if you get into it.
Oh,
like,
it is.
There's 1,000 episodes to watch. Like, dude.
The way that I recommend One Piece to people is what you kind of like look for in a good show, and if you like characters, world building, and all that stuff, like if you appreciate the writing of a lived-in world, you're gonna love One Piece. One Piece as like a shonen, whereas like a fighting shonen, because it is a show also made for teen boys that like burly men punching each other. You're not gonna get that much out of it, but like as like an actual story, you're gonna fucking love it.
Yeah, I do. I see I'm looking at the bookshelf, like manga shelf that my brother has. He has like 3 episodes of One Piece in one book. I could probably try and read that, Tana.
You 100% should. It's really good. One of the biggest One Piece fans I know is my sister. She's 28, 29. So it's very much for everyone.
Yeah, I'm definitely not watching anime. That's for sure. I'm not wasting.
Yeah, the anime can get dragged on a little bit. It's very very lengthy, and it's infamous for having very bad pacing. But the manga itself is fantastically paced. It's very very good. Highly recommend it.
Plus personally, I'm not into like anime stuff. Like I barely want. I would only watch if it's like a meme, like that Shikonoko one, or how's it called?
Yeah. I'm not much of an anime watcher myself. I either read manga or I primarily just read manga if I'm gonna consume like that genre.
Yeah. Also, yeah, nice. Had a great talk. I honestly thought one of my friends would join. He's like a big fan of ours. That guy Milos, however the fuck you pronounce it. Like he's like one big fan of yours. At least I know from friends.
I mean, maybe he's busy. Who knows?
He was literally acting in a server like, "Hey, do you want a VC?" While this episode was on, he's definitely not actually interested. Oh, in the Balkan GD Discord server. Like,
who's this?
But yeah, I honestly thought he would watch this episode. Like, honestly, kind of disappointed in him right now.
I mean, maybe.
Who knows? Anyways, good talk. See ya.
He was.
All right, we're gonna do 3 more, but we're gonna speed them up just because I gotta go. I mean, if they're fast enough, we can get through them all. All right. Next is RGC exists.
Yup. Hello.
What's up?
Hi. So I was apparently behind in the stream like by 2 hours for I don't know how long. So I went for my donut already or no?
It's really funny.
I don't know if Aeon read it, but I did.
Okay.
What was it?
Did you read my donut? Because if not, I want you to guess something.
Oh, is it the Cataclysm one?
Yes. Okay. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, as a person who spent 100,000 attempts on 4 levels, I gotta respect it. I respect the grind. I respect the dedication. I think. I think attempts are kind of like a metric of. Obviously, if you spend a lot of attempts, then you aren't like at as good as other people who spend less attempts. But it's like you beat the level, right? That's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I'm really bad at the game, obviously, and just creating as a whole as well. I just really fell in love with this community and just like the stuff that's going on, all the culture and stuff, and that's the main reason I'm here.
I agree. And that's the same reason I've stuck around for 11 years as well. I really like the people.
Would it be okay if I like showed you my reaction with a screen share? Because it's actually kind of funny.
Sure, go for it.
You know what? I would fucking love to see that because that kind of dedication.
I'll only show you the reaction. I'll show you like
before.
Yeah, I'll show you like starting at like I'll show you. I just share my. Why did I share my geometry dash? I'll show you my things starting at like the 64 show because that's when I started like hyperventilating, or a little bit past started hyperventilating. Okay. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
You were like me when I beat Cataclysm. I also played windowed mode. Holy. Yeah.
It's okay. Demery doesn't get demonetized.
How are you able to play like this? Holy shit, dude. That's insane.
Oh, I'm gonna pass out. I literally felt like I was gonna pass out.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
That's some love for the game shit right there.
I died at the 40% ship, I believe, 725 times.
Holy
that was like that 2-second segment alone prevented me from beating the level probably for an extra 2 months.
Nah, but once that ship is so hard.
Once I got somewhat consistent at it, I basically just beat it almost like within a few days.
That's what we love to hear. That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, congrats, dude.
I appreciate it.
All right. We got to speed things up. I appreciate you.
All right, see you. Bye.
Appreciate you watching.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. All right, let's do GD Bean.
Bean.
Hello.
Right,
I'll try and be quick because I have like two.
Yeah,
I just have 2 questions, and I've been. Okay. So the first one is when you're playing a level. This one's for Aeon, and when you're, I guess Blue. But I don't know how much you play demons now, but if you're playing a level and you have like you've been playing it for over 2 weeks or longer, right? You've been playing for or months, I guess, if you're playing for a decent amount of time. How do you just like keep playing it? What keeps you driving to play it? Because I've been having this problem where I just can't do any level for over 2 weeks without giving up, and even if I like think it's a 10 out of 10 level, best level ever, I just don't have it in me to do it for over 2 weeks. I'm wondering, how's your like mindset going into that?
So I could use Deimos as an example for this, because Deimos is like the best example I have for this. When it comes to sticking through levels, especially when you get like really demotivated for something, is the knowledge that you know you can beat it. Like with Tartarus, for instance, I was so close to beating it that it was like, I know that I can do this. It's just a matter of like pushing through with it. When with Deimos, it was like I wasn't getting far frequently, so it's like, okay, I'll take a break now because I'm just playing for the sake of playing and not really making any progress. But with most levels, it's like once you hit like a certain amount of progress, it's like you know you can beat it. It's just a matter of just sitting through the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So for me, motivation is easy because of the fact that when I'm confident that I can beat the level, there's not really any question anymore of should I keep playing or not, because I know that I will keep playing because I know I can beat the level, right? It's just a matter of confidence, and at a certain point, it's just like you just gotta be patient because GD is a patience test after all.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Last one, I'll be quick. This one is a bit weird. This is a bit weird question, but it's been bugging me for years. So when I'm playing levels, I usually have videos in the background all the time because I just can't play without something. I don't know, stimulation. I usually always have your videos when you were like doing just reaction content, like top 50 best extremes ranked by whatever, right? And then for some reason, so it means I'm always hearing this like one video of you buying a Subway cookie or like you're eating a Subway sandwich. I can't remember which one it was, but it keeps happening every time, and I've been keep thinking about what's your go-to Subway order. It's been on my mind for multiple years. I just need to know.
I'm lame with Subway, dude. I'm a turkey and ham kind of guy.
Okay.
I think turkey and ham is a banger combo, and
no,
I
that's
don't really feel like changing.
I mean, turkey's good. A lot of stuff.
It is really good.
It's like, dude,
speaking of Subway, I'm so pissed. This reminded me of the fact that Subway went bankrupt in my city. We don't have Subway anymore, and it's so sad.
They've been closing everywhere like for years.
Yeah, it's so sad, dude. I feel like it's just because Norwegians are really lame. We have like a Subway clone in Norway that's like Norwegian brand, and Norwegians are like, oh, if it's a Norwegian brand, it has to be better. So Subway got like outcompeted. So now there's no Subway here, and I'm fucking sobbing about it because I wanted to order Subway with like DoorDash. And then it just wasn't available because they closed it. It was so depressing.
Luckily, I live near a Subway now, but I used to live in Spain,
you're so lucky,
and it shut. The one shut that was in my area, so it would be like an over half an hour drive just to get to one
so
in a big city. It was so annoying. And it's my favorite, like I guess, fast food kind of place.
I low-key kind of agree.
Real bummer. Yeah, I mean, you can't really mess up. You make the sandwich.
It's just a matter of like, are the ingredients actually high quality? Right?
Yeah, but you could get the right ones. You have a lot of options. It's like even if 90% of them are bad, there's 10% that's really good. Yeah, that's both my questions. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's do Kid Cat.
I'm sad now. I want Subway.
Dude, I'm hungry as shit. I've been eating a bag of chips during this just to try to hold myself over.
It's really funny.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
All right, we have to be a little quick, not to like stress you.
Oh, okay.
But
no, yeah, it's fine. It's like this almost 4 a.m. This is the only question that I had in mind. So I've been like, whenever I completed a level, I usually like, watch some videos of that level to like see people's opinions, and I noticed that sometimes my opinion and yours like sometimes differ, right? Because people have their own preferences.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious on how do you define an enjoyment of a level or something that makes you like a level?
My enjoyment is purely based on just like how much fun I'm having, because I believe that every level starts fun because I just think the game is fun, and enjoyment is kind of like detracted whether from if I find issues with the level. For instance, I find an input to be like super awkward, or if my experience becomes really bad. Like with Tartarus, I thought the level was like a good 7 out of 10 until I started getting super unlucky, right? So enjoyment for me kind of just like is a mixture of what can I nitpick and is my experience good.
So it's all purely on gameplay, right?
Yeah, enjoyment is purely gameplay. I rate levels based on like how much I like them visually and all that stuff completely differently. But like I have a lot of 9 out of 10 levels in terms of enjoyment, and most of it is just because I can nitpick small stuff that makes them like not a 10 out of 10. So like 98 out of 100 enjoyment for me is just like it's basically a perfect level. I just have a few nitpicks where I would think the level would be better if that was changed. Those like small details.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so in your video, there's in the description like, how is level enjoyment and rating differs? Like I see in your latest video, which is Rivers of Nazareth, you rate the enjoyment of 32 out of 100, while the level rating is 10 out of 10. Can you explain that?
Level rating is completely indifferent to what I played in terms of like enjoyment. So a level rating is completely irrelevant to my experience with the level and what I have to say about the gameplay. Level rating is essentially just how does it work with the song? How does it look visually? Does it look like pleasing, cohesive, all that stuff? And it's completely removed from the gameplay. The gameplay is like the only reason I would include gameplay in like a level rating is does the level look cool, like gameplay wise? Like the movement with the dual ball, for instance, in Rivers of Nazareth. That's cool to look at, right? That kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Enjoyment rating and level rating for me is just my experience versus what I think of the level from like an unbiased view of my playing with the level. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I think that answers my question. Thank you.
Awesome.
Love your
Thank you so
videos,
much.
by the way.
Thank you so much for that question.
I've been snacking.
I didn't
so
realize
fucking
that
hard.
was something people got mixed up on, because for me it's just kind of like, obviously level rating is completely different from my enjoyment. I've actually never explained it.
Let's do Wessel.
Hello.
Hello?
The GOAT. Literally.
What's up?
Yo, indeed, the goat. No, I'm
The
kidding.
GOAT. The local GOAT, even.
Exactly, the local. Blue won't at all, but
Blue is so confused.
Yeah, I'm out of the loop.
Now I've only got one question really, and you can chime in too, Blue, if you want to. But you asked this question not too long ago to the other dude, but you were asking him like, what's like your top 3 goats of all time, and that's basically my question to you. Like, what are your top 3 goats of all time?
Are we going players or are we going creators? I can answer both.
Whatever you prefer, you can combine them.
So we start with players because that's probably more topical. But for players, I have Wooshi.
Ooh, yeah.
I have Minecrafted, and I have Zoink. Zoink just because he's just so much better than everyone else. Wooshi because I think he's incredibly underrated, and Minecrafted as in the same vein, where he's like Swyborg, where he's just so unbelievably much better than everyone else at the time. He just didn't bother playing.
Yeah.
As for creators, this one's gonna be a hot, steaming take. My number one for creator, Jazor, one of the most consistent creators of all time.
Okay.
Sure.
Nazgub and
That's a good
Serpunch. Those are my top 3.
It's so hard to rank them. Like I can't even give you an
It
answer.
is. I usually look at longevity. Longevity is like the most important thing for me when it comes to creators specifically.
Okay, I'll do players. I'll do top 3. I'm gonna say
Sure,
Sunix, Nswish,
Ooh.
Zoink.
That's a valid one as well.
Oh, that's just really good. That's really good. Yeah.
I don't, it's so hard.
Actually, I'll add a 4th one, Diamond Splash. Diamond Splash is fucking nuts, dude.
He
The
has
fact that he's
kept up
still
for
playing at
years.
that high of a level is crazy.
We also have to take that into account. You're right.
Yeah.
There are just so
Because
many people.
he was a freak of nature.
True.
And then Sunix nearly beat the entire list, but then he played Subversive and was like, "Fuck this."
Dude, that's still one of the funniest things that ever happened in GD.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for answering.
You're welcome.
No problem. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for asking.
You.
Oh fuck. I was mid talk. I feel bad.
He said you too, so it's fine.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's do GM.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Greetings.
Greetings.
All right. Try to be a little fast, just because we got to get the rest out of the way.
Okay, so my first question: will you do a platform extreme at some point?
No. Dude, this is so funny because I've played GD as like my job for the past 5 years. I don't like platformers. I think platformer games are boring as fuck.
Yeah, right. That was a bit of a loaded question.
I just
Secondly,
don't like platformer. Like I don't even like the genre. It's not GD platformers. I just don't think platformer games are fun. Which is really fucking weird for someone who plays a platformer game for their job.
Yeah.
So no,
Anyways.
I will not do a platformer Extreme Demon.
That's a shame.
It's just
I mean,
personal
it is
preference at the end of the day.
What's your other question?
Are you gonna update the RNG alphabet playlists? You're still missing like 4 completions from it.
Fuck, I should do that. You're right. I'm so bad at that stuff. I could try. I could I'll probably have to ask one of my admins to find the videos because I have genuinely no fucking idea where they are. And see if he can help me with that. But yeah, I should do that. Thank you for
The 4
reminding
you're
me.
missing is Jamboree, Cruiseretta, Quantum Theory, and Protoflicker.
Okay, that shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, okay. I'll try and get that fixed out. Probably tomorrow because it's getting a little bit late. But yeah.
All right, my final question is, why was your name Deadpool 9 years ago?
Because I unlocked the Deadpool icon, and I wasn't gonna play the game anyway, so I thought it would be funny.
All right.
There's nothing else to it. That's as boring as it gets, dude.
I remember.
I just thought it was funny. Same with Cat Fun. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
That's the other one that I read. Well, GM, I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's all my questions.
Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate it.
And I appreciate you asking.
All right, see you later.
We must move on now.
Have a good day.
I appreciate you. Okay. Let's do Bernstein GD.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. Just ask whatever. I'm so hungry. I've just been eating chips while we're doing this. We have 3 more, and then we're done.
Okay. First of all, oh my god, I forgot my question.
Don't worry, it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. I hope you can't hear the question.
What is like a level that you really wanted to beat, but you had to drop because it was really like unenjoyable to you?
I don't really drop levels, but I know when I won't like a level. Like Scarba Bingo Force that I started with yesterday, I just knew that I wasn't gonna have fun with, so I'd rather just like not play it and just like appreciate the level from a distance. And the same goes for 666 by Silenox. I've tried learning that level like 5 times. I just don't like the gameplay. But I think the level is so fucking cool, so I think it's a shame. But I just avoid playing the level because I just want to appreciate the level for what it is instead of tainting my opinion by the fact that I just didn't think it was fun. So 666 is probably like the best example. Because I've tried learning that level so many times, dude.
Shout out to Tom. That's Xylonox.
Banger level. Such a fucking cool level. I'm so sad I don't think it's fun.
Yeah, I did. I had that sometimes as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a shame. I feel like sometimes you just want to not destroy like your perfect image of this super cool level by playing it because you realize, wow, the gameplay is just not that good. To be fair though, 666 is probably a bad example because everyone loves 666. I'm just weird. Same with Conclusion by Dream Zone. Everyone loved that level, and then I played and I was like, man, I don't like this. And I kind of regret pushing myself to beat it because I think the level is so fucking cool. But I just kind of like have a bad memory of it as a result.
Yeah, now my second question. What is the difficulty range that you like the most to play?
For those of you who know NLW tiers, I love Extreme tier to Relentless tier, which is like Black Blizzard up to Yatagarasu Sonic Wave difficulty. Because they take me like anywhere from like 3 to 4 days, and I think that's just a perfect amount of time to play a level. So that's probably my favorite range, like Sonic Wave to Black Blizzard difficulty. Peak.
Very nice. That's all. I don't have anything else. I'm a bit nervous.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Thank you so much for asking the question. I appreciate it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for listening. And thank you for coming on.
Yeah, bye. Have a good day.
You too. You too. Have a great day.
All right, let's do F. Please don't be a troll.
F.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up? What's up, F?
Yo.
Yo.
First of all, sorry about my shitty English. I'm not exactly a Native American.
That's fine. Same. Relatable.
So, I have 2 questions. I'll try to be quick so I don't take up much of your time.
Yep.
First of all, how do you feel about your history in Geometry Dash, like as a public figure? Yes.
I feel like I've gotten to do a lot of cool shit, man. I feel like I've gotten so many cool opportunities just because I've had like a decent name. Like the trivia quiz thing I did in GDS like in 2020, that was really fucking cool. And the fact that I've gotten to like get to know so many awesome people who are like super creative and awesome is very fun, as well as just being able to do YouTube as a job has been really sick, right? So I'm very happy with what I've managed to do. Obviously, there are some things that I regret. Like I don't, I'm not a fan of the fact that I ended up taking 2-year breaks twice, because like obviously I would have loved to spend those 4 extra years doing cool shit again. But like, I'm very happy with what I've done. I think I've done a lot of really fun stuff with GD that I will probably take with me throughout my entire life.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, sometimes taking breaks is fine.
Yeah.
And my second question would be, how do you feel about like I've seen the levels you've put out with the other in Geometry Dash, like for example, to the Stars 2 and those levels.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of slop. I just kind of like made levels to make levels, but I do think To the Stars, the original one, is really cool. I do think that one has aged fairly well, even though it was very heavily inspired by one of Sim Factorial's levels. I think it's a good level for what it was worth back then. Most of the levels I think are just whatever. I'm not a huge fan of Time Pressure. I think it's kind of lame. And as I said earlier in the podcast, that I didn't want To the Stars 2 rated, but like there's a few levels I think are cool. I think Gunmetal Black is sick. I like that one. That one was like a hidden gem almost. Like one of the few levels like from 1.8, I think, whereas like there was like a genuine attempt at making art in the level. I think that's cool. I like that level.
Yeah, in my opinion, you've put out some pretty decent levels.
Thank you.
To the Stars, the original one, for example, I had a lot of fun when I beat the level.
I'm glad. I'm glad people actually think the level is fun. One thing is the visuals, another thing is the gameplay, right?
Yeah, I mean we can't expect much from the visuals because it's an older level, but it's fine.
That is true.
Well, that was it. Thank you guys for having me. It was
I appreciate
really
it.
nice.
Thank you so much for that question.
I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for listening.
All right, see you guys.
Have a good day.
See you guys.
Good day. All right, 2 more. Nico.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh shit. Hey, all right, so I have 2 questions.
Go for it.
So do you know the Pokemon Go team trilogy where it's like Mystic, Instinct, and Valor? What's your favorite level from that trilogy? This can go for Blue as well.
Which Instinct are we counting? Are we counting the hybrid one or the Charisman 51?
I feel like the hybrid one because I think that's the official one for the trilogy.
Okay, because I think the Charisman 51 is really fucking cool.
That one is
I like the hybrid one, but I probably prefer Mystic. I think Mystic is really funny. The one concept monster is absolutely fucking hilarious. So if we go by hybrid is the official one, then I prefer Mystic. If we go by both Instincts, then I like the Crazy Man 51. I think that one's really cool. It has a lot of really sick gimmicks that I'm a huge fan of.
And then there's Valor, which is
I don't think I can
funniest
remember a
gameplay
thing
ever.
that happens in Valor, dude.
Hilariously bad gameplay, in my opinion.
What about you,
haven't played
Boo? What is your favorite?
Mystic. That
Yeah.
club
Mystic
monster,
is
all
a
the
classic,
shit,
dude.
like it's just a classic. Yeah, exactly.
This is a classic. I need to beat that level.
And
Obviously, it's
my
rough
other
around the edges, but
Yeah, but who cares about that? It's old and funny.
yeah.
And my other question was, what's your favorite Kermal level?
Black Blizzard. Oh, that was terrible voice crack. Holy shit. I'm 25 and having voice cracks. Yikes. Probably Black Blizzard. I also am a very big fan of EXO. I think EXO is kind of slept on. But probably just Black Blizzard, yeah. It's a lame answer, but like it's a banger. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
What about you, Blue?
Dude, I have no idea. Maybe Lit Fuse.
Yeah,
No
Lit Fuse
idea.
is a banger.
Lit Fuse is great. However, Death. I'm gonna be real. I think Death is better.
Oh, Death.
Oh
Death
no,
is
I
like
know what his
amazing.
best level is. It's Big Boned.
Oh yeah, true.
True. Holy shit! How did
Make
I
your
forget
fire
that one?
flower. Make your fire flower. That's the best one.
Message to Rob
All right.
is pretty good too.
True.
Honestly, yeah. All right. Well, that's my questions. Thank
Thank
you
you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day, man.
Oh my.
All right. Last but not least, in-game world.
Hello.
Don't worry, you're last, but it's okay.
Well. If it isn't AeonAir.
Is it me? That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh wait, camera is not working right. Oh dang it.
Ah, 6 shades, dude.
Oh wait. So it is working. Oh my god, Discord lagging so much. So
nice
yeah.
sunglasses.
What?
Nice sunglasses.
Thanks. So basically, I literally got bored and I cooked some omelet.
Wait, I'll show it. Let's see.
Oh, holy shit.
Wait, show it again.
Dude, that crust is nuts. That looks so good.
Hold on, show it again.
Yeah. So. Oh, show it again.
Ooh, okay. I
That
fuck
crust
with it.
is
I fuck
so
with the
clean.
vision.
Holy.
All right. So I have like 3 questions only. Basically, the first one: do you see those 3 little fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want
My
to add
goats.
3 more to them?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Can you add 3 more to them?
Ooh, okay. I gotta go for my original trio then. Go Quilava, Darkrai, and Furret.
You so lucky. No one chose that.
Really? Dude. No one
Yeah.
chose the goats? The fuck?
I mean, we got Colin choose Farfetch'd, Dunsparce. Like this.
Those are good picks. That seems like something Colin would choose, yeah.
Alright, so now second question is
Mhm.
Basically I was playing Extreme Demons. I was going like Auditory Breaker, Sing, but I'm making the progresses, but I can't literally just connect them. I can't make it in a single run.
Mhm.
Do you have any tips for that?
The biggest tip to give when it comes to like beating extreme demons is just beat a lot of extreme demons. You just have to beat like easier ones as well. Like you gain, I feel like people underestimate how much skill you gain from simply playing levels that aren't your hardest. I gain a lot of my skill from just like playing levels that are like around my hardest, right? Like something that's like my 50th hardest, for instance, is gonna help me improve because my 50th hardest is still really fucking hard, right? So just like play a wide variety of levels and try to beat as many as you can, even if they aren't close to your hardest. Just like keep beating more stuff. The experience is so important when it comes to beating stuff.
Yeah, that's really fair. I have like 15 extreme demons only, so yeah, I gotta grind them.
Yeah. Obviously, I can say that because I like grinding extreme demons. I have almost 270 now. But like beating like another 10 extremes is going to help you gain a lot of skill, I think.
All right, and the last question is actually from my friend. It's actually a good question. How did you start your YouTube career, and what was your first Oh my god, I forgot the.
Don't worry.
Let me just open up Google Translate.
As for YouTube career, though, I just started by uploading my replays from every play to YouTube, and then as I got back into the game in 2017, I wanted to share a little bit more. I didn't want to just upload replays, so I added like some commentary stuff because that wasn't something a lot of people were doing. and I just really liked sharing my my love for the game. It was just kind of like a lot of people were uploading replays, not a lot of people were making commentaries, so I just decided to start uploading commentary videos on the levels that we're playing.
Okay, and what was the first goal?
My first goal with YouTube?
Yeah.
I really just wanted to put out stuff that I wanted to talk about in terms of the game. Like, kind of like what I'm doing now, where my goal is just to, like, share what I really like about the levels I'm playing. Back then, it was similar, where I just wanted to, like, entertain and add, like, an extra spice of value to just regular replays. Because I have a lot of things to say about a lot of things, because I'm a very talkative person.
Well, that was a really good answer.
Thank you. I appreciate the question. It was a good question as well.
Okay, I guess that's it.
That's
probably, yeah, probably gonna upload One Piece layout for you.
Yo, that's so sick.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just say goodbye or
Goodbye.
like
Enjoy your omelet.
Yeah.
Thanks. Have a nice
Wish I had
day.
one right now.
You too, man. Have a good one.
No, those are good questions.
Yeah, I like that. That was fun.
Okay, we can't do any more phone ins. Because my ass has to eat food. Well, you know what we can do? We can do a good outro. That's for damn sure. Well, Aeon, I hope this defied your expectations. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did.
I had a lot of fun, yeah.
I thought I was not going to be prepared enough for some reason, but clearly I'm wrong.
It's easy to be prepared when it's just like, where you can talk shit for a long time. You don't have to be prepared. You just kind of like keep the flow going, right?
Exactly. And I think I actually now have to go beat Sync as a new hardest demon.
Yeah, I mean, every GD YouTuber has to beat it at some point, right? That's the law.
Yeah, that's kind of like written in stone. That's inscribed.
Yeah,
No, but
you
like,
can't call
really
yourself a
though.
GD YouTuber if you haven't beaten Sync. So
No, but like really though, I enjoyed this a lot.
yeah, I had a lot of fun.
This was dope, and I will hit you up in the future if maybe you want to come back on, do a collab episode, whatever. We can maybe figure something out.
Sounds good.
I hope Dan eventually builds up the courage to want to do it, because he was
so
down,
too.
but now he's not. So I don't know what's going on, but
yeah,
yeah,
that's
I don't know.
how he is.
We're gonna have to see though. To everybody listening, I appreciate all of you, and here's to a good 2025 in February.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. I had a ton of fun.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. All right, goodbye, everybody.